My name is Tyler Fornes, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Good, the Bad, and the Hungy AEW podcast here on the Voice of Wrestling Podcasting Network. We take a broad scope approach to the world of All Elite Wrestling and the entire universe of Tony Khan. We talk about the big matches, the big stars, the promos, the storylines, and we also look at it from a big picture perspective. How are things going to change over the course of the next 10 years with AEW still in the picture? How are companies like WWE going to adapt and adjust to AEW? Are they going to be a similar way like they did with WCW in the late 1990s? Will there be a counterpunch? We talk about all of that and more on The Good, the Bad, and the Hungy every week on the Voices of Wrestling Network.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
What do you guys want to talk about?
You are listening to the Flagship Podcast with your hosts, Joe Lanza.
The lines are blurred between the living and the dead. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Can I just watch a wrestling show ever in my life? I don't want the lines blurred between the living and the dead, Rich. I just want to watch guys wrestle.
Rich Crage.
He's wearing it.
He's wearing a shirt. It's a button-up shirt. It's blue and it's purple, and there are purple giraffes all over his fucking shirt. Apologize to me right now, everybody.
Rich, take that dub.
And we are live on the Flagship Podcast. I am Rich. He is Joe. Joe, I brought back the NWA Samhain intro there, the lines blurred between the living and the dead from our man, Father James Mitchell. I do that because, and you missed it, did you go back and watch this last week's episode of MLW, You Choose Violence? I know you had me do the review because you were out gallivanting around a beach somewhere, but did you have a chance to go back? I know you don't want to miss a week of MLW, and luckily there was 2 weeks of MLW. Did you happen to catch episodes either 199 or 200 of MLW?
Number one, never stepped foot on a beach.
You were near a beach, though, right? You saw a beach from your perch, right?
Number two, I was very pleased to see that by pressuring you to review MLW, it happened to be a double episode, 2 hours.
Yes.
So, very glad you got to experience that. And number three, no, of course I did not go back and watch a 2-hour episode of MLW when I had the weekend off.
Okay, well, you missed Shotzi's Monster Hunt. I don't know if you probably didn't listen to my review yet, but
I listened to the review.
That was the thing. That was the thing. I'm wondering I'm trying to see if it's available on YouTube, so I can just let people know they don't have to actually dig through the. Unfortunately, when you look up Shotzi's Monster Hunt on Google, there are several results. Apparently, this is a thing that happens.
What?
Well, she does like paranormal exploration. That's what Joe Dombrowski talked about in the show too. He's like, she's been to the sanatorium. She's been to Beverly. He's like listing off all these places.
Talk about a waste of fucking time. But
yeah,
hey, whatever you enjoy.
Yeah, whatever works for you. If you want to walk around an abandoned, insane asylum
with your little sensor
with a fucking Geiger counter or whatever the hell, then knock yourself out.
I heard a noise.
Yeah. Right.
Must have been a spirit.
Yeah. Spirits, do you hear me? Yes. My name is Shotzi. Well, so so they did like 4 or 5 different plugs throughout the show, like Shotzi's Monster Hunt is coming up soon, and I'm like, oh man, here we go. And I figured that she was going to be like, she was going to challenge like that Zamaya to like a match for the world title or whatever. No, she literally finds Mads Krul Kruger she's like, hello, freaks, and I forget, what does she say? I forget what she said, whatever she started off with. And I'm like, oh, this is already off to a really bad start. And then she's just wandering around a forest and she goes, oh, look, a Contra flag, and then turns and there's a Contra flag. And then she walks over and she goes, just as I suspected, it looks like a dead body. And there's like Mads Krul Kruger is in a body bag. And then she is like, oh, don't worry, I brought all the tools I'm going to need. And then she pulls out a like a battery pack with jumper cables out of her backpack. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this wrestling show? What the hell is that? Why is this on a wrestling show? Why am I watching this for 10 minutes? Shotzi around a forest with jumper cables. And of course, she turns the battery on and she resurrects Mads Krulkruger, who is now alive. And then no more than 40 minutes later, Mads Krulkruger is tied up with zip ties by the Good Brothers, or by the Skyscrapers, I should say. Then he breaks free of the zip ties, and they're like, "Oh my god, he broke free of the zip ties!" And I'm like, well, "He just was dead, and now he's alive." Like, I don't think the zip ties are not really the unrealistic thing here that this man broke through zip ties. But yeah, it reminds me that I don't understand why wrestling has to have all this.
Who does this
shit.
appeal to? Honestly?
I don't know.
I mean, who? You know, you see any buzz around the Shotzi monster hunt where she electrocuted Mads Kruger back to life? I mean, who is it for? Like, who's excited about it?
Creeps and freaks. Thank you, Andrew Daniels. Creeps and freaks. Hello. She goes, hello, creeps and freaks. She used to do that when she would host her annual NXT Halloween Havoc hosting. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
The peak Shotzi days.
Ridiculous. I mean, I don't know who it's for. I don't know who enjoys it. I don't see anybody talking about it when promotions do shit like this. I don't know. Maybe it's something Shotzi wants to do, and you're trying to keep your talent happy because she does these monster hunts apparently as a side gig. Here's what you do though: if Shotzi pitches this to you in your court bower, right? You rub your chin, right? And you go, "Oh, that's interesting. That's a great idea." And then you shoot it, but then you just don't air it because she's not going to watch the show, right? There's no chance Shotzi Blackheart is sitting there in front of her TV at some point.
Gathering the family around the TV. Oh, here's the episode.
Watching a 2-hour MLW episode.
No,
she's not
right.
doing it, you know? So you can probably just shoot this garbage and tell them you're going to do it if you want to keep, if that's why you're doing it. But who does it appeals to nobody?
Or if you want to have it be a YouTube thing, I guess I have no huge issue on that because at least I have the ability to just.
So like, I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah, just see Shotzi's Monster Hut and just move on.
That's a good point. You could throw anything on YouTube.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like I feel like at that point I'm like, well, I'm not clicking on that, so it doesn't affect me. But
well, then for the freaks and creepers and fucking corpse eaters or whatever who want to watch it, it's there for them. Right. Yeah, if you're into necrophilia or something, then you can watch Shotzi's Monster Hunt on your own.
Speaking of, Jordan Smith in the chat says, I did a YouTube search for Shotzi's Monster Hunt, and one of the first results was, quote, Shotzi gets on her knees for a ghost. In my best Joe Lanza voice, all right.
Hey now,
I might want to watch that one.
On her knees for a chappin'. Whoa.
Yeah.
Now you've piqued my interest.
Yeah, hold on.
I want to see how that all plays out. All right. So she understands how to beat the algorithms, I guess.
Yeah, good for her.
I'm hearing.
Good for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Well, you didn't miss much else with MLW last week, so you can continue henceforth with your MLW reviews. So
whoa, hold on there, partner.
Episode 200 coming up soon.
I feel like posting the Paulie Walnut picture with the hand. Hold on now. What? I'm doing what now? I'm covering this every week. This is what you're saying?
I mean, you've been covering it every week, so I don't know. Yeah, you should probably this should be your exit plan. This should be it. Can
I get an exit plan on Dynamite reviews?
No.
Fuck.
No. Not yet.
I'm running out of songs that I like, so that
you better start firing up lithium again and on not lithium the drug, Sirius XM lithium. Get your head on the better people.
You know, I'm a very picky and selective and grumpy man. I only have like a pool of 80 songs that I like.
Yeah, you've been trying to, and you eventually did it. You tried to do a brand new song like 5 episodes in. And you're like, I should do this, right? And I was like, yeah, probably not. And you're like, no, I'm not going to. That's fine. And then like 20 episodes later, you're like, look, I'm out of songs. I'm doing it.
I got to do the song. I don't care what anyone thinks.
I'm doing the cancel. I don't care. I'm doing it.
You can't cancel me anymore. I'm uncancelable. At this point, I'm like Sabu. So who cares? Just do the fucking song. I mean, really.
I personally was very offended that she used a brand new song, and I definitely did not buy concert tickets to watch brand new this October. But yeah, regardless,
didn't drive 6 hours.
Yeah, I didn't drive to Nashville to see that last year either. But because I'm not. I mean, that hypothetically, I would not like. I would disown somebody who did those sort of things, and that's not me. I do the opposite of those. Hypothetically, yeah.
Hypothetically, you would do that.
Yeah, Aragon Ballroom, Chicago, October 3rd. Then they added a show for the 4th. I'm not going to the 4th, just the 3rd. But yeah, it's crazy. I wouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, OJ ran for those yards, and Jesse Lacey wrote those songs. So it's.
If you think,
we're off to
I'll
a
be
great
honest,
start.
if you think about the songs, you can hear. You're like, yeah, this is a tortured soul for sure. Yeah, it helps a little bit. You know, it's like, wow. All right, yeah, no, it's,
not that they're, not that that's okay.
No,
but,
of course not. Of course not.
Hypothetically, if someone were to listen to those songs,
right,
and drive 6 hours to see a concert, then.
So we're to go to the Pinnacle in Nashville, which I've heard is a fantastic facility for a live concert.
You hear you hear it's a very nice.
Yeah. Well, Dynamite went there not that long after.
Clean bathrooms, everything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's so you hear. You were told.
I was told by other people in Nashville that went to the Dynamite in Nashville because nobody I know would go to that brand new show. So
no, you would never associate with the kind of person.
Hell no.
Who would drive 6 hours to go to a brand new concert in Nashville in that particular venue. That kind of person, you would just write them out of your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Never speak to them again.
But no, I don't think you're. I don't think you're getting out of the Dynamite reviews that easily. One of these days, I will finally say yes, and it'll be the happiest day of your life. But it's not today.
No shit. Someone says Rob Zombie should be the next musical interlude. Okay, deal. I will do Rob Zombie, the next piece of audio that requires a song.
Are you going to do a chalk? You got like deep cut Rob Zombie, or you're just going chalk?
No. I can do deep cut White Zombie. I don't think I could do deep cut Rob Zombie.
I guess you're the right. Yeah, you're the right type of age where White Zombie was probably right there. Yeah,
they were the. Well, yeah, they were. I don't think I have ever consumed a Rob Zombie solo joint. But the White Zombie CD, sure. I can find a deep cut off of that. I could do that. Yeah, I'm running out of songs, man. That means you have to take over the Dynamite.
That's where it begins. Yeah. You could always just reuse songs too, right?
I think I've accidentally done a couple.
Okay.
There used to be a guy who was keeping track of every song, and I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared. But he checked me on that once. He's like, you did this song already. I'm like, all right, man, who cares?
Yeah, boy, is your face red, yeah.
Or it's okay. I mean, I can't remember every song that I've used.
So I did Love Fool twice. All right, yeah.
Love Fool.
All right. Did you had to have done Love Fool, right?
Did I do what?
I'm sure. That's just that's perfectly. It's not that hard to tell your musical taste. You listen to like 10 of those reviews and you're like, okay, yeah, this guy's clear. Like, it's very, and people are like, wow, whoa, Joe Lanza out of nowhere with that song. And I'm like, really? It's not that out of nowhere. You think the Cardigans Love Fool is like out of nowhere?
Why do you keep saying the Cardigans Love Fool? I don't think I used that.
I swear you have, yeah.
Doesn't seem like something I'd use, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. There's no thought goes into it. I just, all right, let me punch up YouTube. What, all right, that one looks fine, and you just go from there. Yeah, I'm sure I've done a couple twice at this point. I'm running out, man. I don't like a lot of things, you know that.
Yeah. You are limited in the things you enjoy.
I'm not a man who likes a lot of things. So, and there's some that I like that I can't use because they're like 8 minutes long. You don't want to do that.
You don't have to play the whole song. I mean, you
don't,
choose to.
But you want to get the gist of it. You want to get to the,
No, you're just puffing. You're just puffing up the run times on those. I know what you're doing.
Oh, all of 3 minutes. All of 3 minutes.
Well, every time you go above 3, I love that the commenters lose their god.
I know.
Like, that was 5 minutes and 38 seconds, Joe. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then I'm like, no, motherfucker. The song officially is 3 minutes and 34. They make up these run times. They're full of shit. I try to keep them under 4 minutes. I really do. I'm not busting out, Freebird by Leonard Skinner. I'm not album version. I'm not doing that.
That'd be good. When eventually you do throw in the towel on the Thursday Dynamite reviews, that's the way to go, right?
Yeah.
Like you play Freebird and then you're like, this Dynamite sucked. And then it's just over. It's just done.
Right.
It's like, that's it.
Out.
You're like, I hated the show. All right. And then you're done. And then just sign off, click, play. You're done. It's over.
Yeah. Would be a good bit. I don't know if that would annoy people. It would fit my sense of humor, though. But
well, it would remind people. One of your most popular episodes is the TNA, the final review of TNA.
That was just a brilliant piece of audio. Let's be honest. I mean, it just tied many things together. It was so Joe Lanza. It was just a brilliant piece of audio. My one mistake, though, with that was I should have made it like a 40-minute file. You see what I'm saying? Because the file was only 7 minutes or whatever, it kind of gave away the gag. So I should have made it. I should have
just put a bunch of put a bunch of empty
air.
audio or
I
dead air.
Had 40 minutes of dead air on it. But yeah, that's just a brilliant piece of audio. But
we're gonna talk about TNA a little bit later. I cannot wait to watch TNA wrestling and talk about it next week. There's a lot of wrestling this week. We're gonna get you ready for it. Big wrestling weekend. We got Forbidden Door, which we'll talk about in preview extensively. There's Night of Champions, which we will talk about. We're not going to preview that extensively. There's TNA Slammiversary, which I think has some stuff worth discussing. Probably more good than bad. And NXT The Great American Bash, live from the Performance Center, head-to-head with Forbidden Door. So, that's a rough... But it's on the CW, though. It's on network television, Joe, so you can decide at home if you're going to watch Forbidden Door or NXT's The Great American Bash. So I'd like to do those back-to-back so we can compare and contrast the two cards between NXT and Forbidden Door. We'll also review All Japan's Super Power Series show from a couple days ago, featuring about a week ago, actually. I think it was on Friday. It was last Friday, featuring a Triple Crown title match, Hideki Suzuki and Kento Miyahara. We'll talk about the G1 Climax lineups and announcements, including the lineup for Chicago, as well as the attendance for the Chicago show, which we discovered a little bit of a glitch in WrestleTix's numbers today and ended up costing the show some ticket sales, so I apologize for that. But anyway, we'll have a lot more to talk about as well in the world of wrestling. So, I don't know where you want to start. If you have something big picture in mind, I guess good time to plug our Flagship Pluses, though, right? Because we've covered a lot of other... if you're wondering, what about this topic? What about this topic? What about that topic? You and I both did Flagship Pluses this week, and you actually have a third additional bonus show that you did this week as well. So maybe let's talk about those first, and then we can get into the meat of this show, because you just did a Flagship Plus yesterday covering Tommy Dreamer's very good, no bad, rotten, very bad, rotten, no good week that he has had. It's not going well at all for one Tom Dream. It's been a bad one there. Sol Ruka is at it again, as she again has fucked up yet another move and another botch. AAA on Fox (parentheses Latin America), ROH Global Wars, a Joshi wrestler that you liked. A Joshi wrestler that you liked. I had to go and listen to that to figure out which one it was, and I wasn't surprised. That is right in the Joe Lanza wheelhouse.
Yeah.
The Joshi wrestler you liked.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That was. Yeah, I was not surprised. That's one that I definitely was like, if Joe's gonna like a Joshi, I could get that. That's why you gotta watch Sari too. I think you'll like Sari as well. But
I've seen Sari.
And not
many
impressed?
Times.
Not impressed?
She's fine. I don't know. She's okay. What are you trying to do to me here? Trying to get people to... the cat is moving about the fucking table here.
Okay.
You hear that?
It sounds like you're unwrapping a Twix bar or something.
I have a bag of unopened sports cards. You want to do a live break?
You know what? That'd be fantastic. Let's do it.
All right, let me see. I'll pull out a pack. We got 1993 Topps football.
Wait, hold on a minute. Tonight is Chris. Oh, one sec. Chris Tam says, I can't believe Rich is here and not at the Kane County Cougars Pro Wrestling Night featuring an appearance by the great Matt Hardy. If that's tonight, I'm leaving.
Well, you won't want to miss that side effect near fall.
I went to one of those last year, and Rob Van Dam was there, and his line was just... Oh, I talked about that. He had a line that was just... It lasted the entire game, and then they had him sing the 7th inning stretch, and he did not know the words to the 7th inning stretch. So,
oh, boy.
Yeah. Well, now, I don't know if he knows the words, but he was under the influence of certain... Not far
Matt Hardy was?
Not far be it for me to
really?
accuse...
Matt Hardy?
No, Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam. No,
I
don't know if Matt Hardy knows the 7th inning stretch either, but apparently he is appearing at Pro Wrestling Night pretty close to me. So
don't strike me as big baseball fans, either one of them.
The Hardys. Yeah, I don't know if they grew up watching. Yeah.
No. OPS.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, it is happening tonight, but I guess I'm missing it. All right, yeah, let's open this pack up. Let's do it.
1993 Topps football.
Ooh, okay.
Pulled out of the bag. So let's see.
What do the kids call this? What are we doing here?
We're doing a break.
A break. Okay. Right.
All right. Oh, 1993 draft pick, Rick Meyer rookie card.
Oh.
Rick Meyer rookie card.
Yeah, I remember Rick Meyer. Chicago Bear for a little while there.
Eagles running back James Joseph. We got, is that a punter? Is this man a punter? Yeah, Bills punter Chris Moore.
Always going to get a punter card.
The Seahawks tight end Pharrell Edmonds.
Pharrell Edmonds. I remember that
back
name.
to like Madden 94.
Yeah, I do. I remember that name, yeah. You got a lot of Seahawks already.
I know.
You opened 4 cards and 2 of them are Seahawks. What the fuck?
Steelers defense, Steelers nose tackle. That's how old you know this pack is. They're Joel Steed.
The little NT. It does say NT on it.
NT.
I love it. Yeah.
Tony Smith of the Falcons, kick returner, return specialist. Oh, here we go. Charles Mann of the Redskins is in this pack here. We have trade. Who's this? Troy Azuni, tackle from the Bears. That's a guy I don't even know.
Troy
Not familiar with.
From the Bears.
Troy Auzene. Not familiar with this tackle.
Let's see here. Let's look at this. Offensive tackle from the Bears and the Colts. Yeah, just kind of a guy.
We got a Topps gold insert. Wide receiver Brett Perryman of the Detroit Lions. Okay. Here, listen. Tecmo Bowl favorite Barry Word of the Kansas City Chiefs. Not quite Christian Okoye, but it's like dollar store Christian Okoye.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Barry Word.
Yeah.
We got a giant. Nope, not LT. Lamar McGriggs, safety. Lamar McGriggs. Again, a man I do not know, and that's hard to come by.
Yeah, because this is like this should be your wheelhouse here.
Yeah, no, I mean, seriously. Raiders center Don Mosbar.
He has so many offensive players. Why are there so many offensive linemen in this pack?
Raiders corner Terry McDaniel. Lions defensive tackle Kelvin Pritchett. And last but not least, you know what? We had to wait a long time. Well, we've got ourselves a star. Rich Craich, we've got ourselves a 1993 Topps Football Gem Mint 10 fresh out of the pack, Howie Long.
Oh, wow.
How about that? That'll net you about $2.50.
That's a late career Howie Long, too, right?
Yeah, very late career.
I'm surprised he's still in the league at that point.
Howie Long, he's wearing the neck roll and everything in the.
Did he even? I don't even remember him playing into that late into the 90s. Let's see. Oh, he retired in 1993. There you go. So you got the last hurrah.
I believe it would. Yeah, unless they gave him a card in 94 for playing in 93. That would be it. So there you go. There's a live break.
I like that. That's fun.
Yeah. I got a whole bag of these fucking things. We could do one every week.
I love it. Yeah.
Every week.
You got what other sports you got? You got one right now?
I don't know what's in this bag, honestly. My brother drove this up from New Jersey. It's been sitting in his basement for 20 years, and he finally brought them back to me. Looks like a lot of football.
Yeah, I don't want to do football again. I'll do another sport. We can do football another week, but
all right, we'll see. We'll see next week what I pull out of the bag here for the live break. Ooh, I've got some NBA hoops 1991.
Oh, break that! Yeah, break that open right now.
Right now.
I can't wait a week. Are you kidding me?
Right, hold on. Let me get back in the bag here. Hold on.
This is better than wrestling. Wrestling's stupid. So.
Rich is very excited about this.
You want me to talk about Slammiversary or remember some 1991 NBA players? I mean, come on.
All right, hold on.
And these breaks are all the rage right now with Tiffany Stratton and her SGT Slaughter. It's everyone's been talking about it.
Yeah, this appears to be 1990.
1990. Okay. All right. It's like what do you got? Just early. You're gonna get a lot of Timberwolves in there, like expansion era Timberwolves, and I think it's pre-Magic, right? Pre-Miami Heat.
Yeah, this is for sure. All right, hold on.
This is the best show we've ever done.
Yeah, it's great.
It is. It honestly is so much better than the times we talk about stupid wrestling. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Did you have to go to the Topps factory to get these? Where the hell did you go?
1990 NBA hoops.
All right.
How many cards in the pack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 15 cards. Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Alvin Robertson.
Oh, already off to a great start.
Oh, I love this one.
Is he a Spur? What was he there? A Spur at that time?
He's a Spur. He's
Yep.
a Spur. Yeah.
He had some random ass year where he like averaged a shit ton of points and a shit ton of assists. Like this random ass year where he just had great numbers. And yeah. Anyway, move on.
How about a coach? I got Bill Fitch in the Nets here.
Bill Fitch
How about
card.
that?
Hell yeah.
He's wearing a Nets sweater and holding a basketball.
Oh,
I love
yeah,
that.
there it is. We've talked.
All right.
We have talked about Bill Fitch on this show so many times
For no reason.
for no reason. Well, he was a Nets coach for a number of years, and he's a great like old basketball coach guy. Like no new coach looks like Bill Fitch. Like there will never be another coach that looks like that ever again. Like this just because every guy now is like 34 years old with a windbreaker and like a freaking quarter zip or whatever. There's no like 67-year-old white dudes with a suit anymore. That's never happening again.
Yeah, with the sweater with the collared shirts underneath. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a lost art.
Why doesn't anybody wear that anymore on the sideline?
It's a slick
right?
look. It's a slick look, yeah.
Probably just because it's out of style is the simple answer.
Yeah, well, they I think during COVID they let the guys be more casual, and then the coaches just never went back. So everyone's just got the quarter zips with the logo on it. It's a damn shame. Damn shame.
All right, well, here we go. We're moving on in this pack here.
Put that Bill
Wayne
Fitch one off to
Cooper.
the side, by the way. You never know what the value. You might want to check the value on that
Yeah,
Bill Fitch card.
I'm going to check.
Maybe get that one
eBay
graded
later.
just in case.
Yeah, we got Wayne Cooper of the Trailblazers.
Wayne
He's a
Cooper.
center.
Okay.
Wayne Cooper. He too is posed with a basketball in his lap. Oh, here we got a great haircut. Kelly Tripucka.
Oh,
Kelly
yeah,
Tripucka.
I love Kelly Tripucka. He's got the stash
Kelly
still
Tripucka.
at this time.
No stash, but
No
he's got
stash.
like the mullet style haircut. It's Hornets, so Hornets were in the league at this time. Detlef Schrempf.
Ooh,
That's a
Pacers.
good pull.
Probably a Pacers Detlef
Yeah,
Schrempf,
it's a
right?
Pacers Detlef Schrempf. Yep.
Put that one to the side too.
Mad Max Vernon Maxwell.
Oh, love Vernon Maxwell. Yeah.
This is a Vernon Maxwell rookie card, by the way.
Ooh,
I just
ooh,
pulled
that
there.
might be worth like $3.
Yeah. Hey, we got ourselves a Hoya. Reggie Williams comes out of the pack.
Oh,
Reggie Williams. All right. We got another center who would never get a minute today. Olden Polynice.
I loved Olden Polynice. Yeah, fun fact, Olden
Let's go.
Polynice. Yeah,
Let's
traded
go.
traded for Scottie Pippen. The great, an all-time great. The Supersonics are like, we need a big man. I don't know, this little kid. I'm not sure about him. We got to get size. We have to get size. And every bad trade for 40 years in the NBA was some team going like, we got to get size. So we got to trade
Olden Polynice.
We got to get Olden Polynice, and then they have him for a year, and they're like, "Oh, he's no good, but that's all right, whatever." And then we move on, and it's like, "Yeah, you traded Scottie Pippen to get Olden Polynice, and then he stayed there for like a year." So
Another two coach cards in one pull. What kind of
come
pack
on,
is this?
Come on.
Rick Adelman. Rick Adelman.
Oh,
comes out
young
of
at
the
that time, young Rick Adelman.
Very
Recently passed away. Rick Adelman.
He did. He has only 1 year of coaching on the back, 14-21 with Portland. So he took over midseason, got himself an NBA hoops card in 1990. Oh boy, what a pull! Christian Welp.
You love Christian Welp.
Pronounce that Velp, possibly the German center, Christian Welp.
Yep.
Now listen, this is no Juve Blob. If it was Juve Blob, then we'd really be in business. But I will accept Christian Velp as a suitable replacement there.
Who's he with then? I'm trying to remember. Was he a Sixer at this point or a Spur?
No, it is Spurs.
Spur. Okay, yeah,
Spurs.
Yeah.
This is a pack of coaches and bad centers. We've got Blair Rasmussen of the Nuggets. Blair Rasmussen. My God. This
That is a
better
dude.
pick up, or this is a horrible pack.
Yeah, that's another guy too. Like the stiff, unmovable white center. It's a
Blair
lost
Rasmussen.
art. It's a lost art, unfortunately. Yeah.
89 NBA All-Star card. Kevin McHale. Kevin McHale All-Star card.
It had to be like his last All-Star year.
89. He is looking old. He's got the elbows up there.
Yeah, his body was breaking down in 87. I can't imagine he's still hanging on too much longer after that.
All right. Good, solid player here. Jeff Malone.
Jeff Malone. Yeah, Utah Jazz, Jeff Malone.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah, bullets in this case. But
He's a
bullets.
bullet then. Right.
Bullets. How about Clyde the Glide Drexler?
Oh, that's a good. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And we're finishing strong with Dominique Wilkins.
Not bad.
So
Not bad.
the pack recovered at the end there.
Yeah,
I think they were trolling whatever kid they were hoping would get
the
this.
Bill
Phil Fitch and Rick Adelman and
trash.
and the worst centers you could ever think of. I think that's what they were doing there, but it really rebounded, no pun intended, with really, how do you get Wayne Cooper, Christian Velp, Blair Rasmussen, and Olden
Well,
Polides
to be
in the
fair,
same
like
poll?
half the league was just those guys.
It's true.
That was the problem. Is like it's you open up any basketball card pack around that time, and it's like, why are there so many bad white? Why is Frank Burkowski? Who is this guy? Why is he in the league? Like, what the fuck is this? But every team had like 3 bad centers. They had to. It's just you had to have size. You had to have size, so these guys would just get drafted. They couldn't move. Their feet were always broken, and it was just like, whatever. Gotta.
Yeah.
It's.
I mean, I'd bust open this Stadium Club hockey pack, but we wouldn't know any of them.
No, and we'd mispronounce every name too, so it's fine.
Probably.
Well, what year is it? Because it might, if it's in, there's a certain wheelhouse.
It's there. It's like 93. I think,
yeah. You and I think, share knowledge of 1993 to 1996 NHL.
Probably that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I know a little like early 2000s because I got into the video games again in the early 2000s, but anything before or after, I'm pretty much out. So.
Yeah. We'll save that for another show. I'll put that away. Let me get this Bill Fitch. Hold on.
Put that off to the side. Put that one in plastic if you got a little sleeve. Might want to get that one, yeah.
No doubt about it. Oh, look at that. I got this Larry Brown 91 hoops. I got this one loose. Larry Brown.
Why are there so many coach cards?
A lot of coach cards. I like the Larry Brown card. All right, let's get this put up. I got a Sarunas Marshallonis rookie card in a sleeve.
Okay.
Box.
Yeah.
At that time, I thought, ooh, this needs to be protected. Sarunas Marshallonis.
Oh, is this like from your house? Oh, so you like 20 years ago, Joe Lanza was like, I don't know, this one's got to get sleeved for sure. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So he brought all my shit up, and that's I got some really weird shit that I forgot I had. So put that back. I think we're all organized here. I did. All right, so there you go.
There it is. Let's remember some guys. Yeah, let's remember some guys. Open some packs.
Baggy, unopened fucking packs of the junk wax era. None of them are worth anything, but
I still, anytime there's a card show, there'll be people sitting around and spending money and doing these big trades, and I just go and look for I'm like, how many of these packs can I buy for $10? And they're like, just buy 10 of them. Just take them all. I don't want any of these.
No, it's good. Yeah, I don't care what they're worth. That doesn't
and then me and my buddies will just go somewhere afterwards and we just open them and just remember some guys for like 2 hours. We're just like, oh fuck, like Olden Polonies. It shut the place down. We would like if I opened it, oh, it's Olden Polonies. Like that's it. It's over. Yeah. Oh, Bison Dele. Look.
Yeah, Yinka Dare.
Yeah, Yinka Dare. That's a good. Yeah. I aim to have the bad centers. Like that is I live for the bad centers.
Yeah.
I seem to have offended somebody in our chat room with my Frank Burkowski slander.
I was gonna rip you for that too. He was a good player.
Nah, he's fine.
I didn't want to ruin the bit.
Not
but,
really.
He's a good player.
No.
Yeah, Frank Burkowski was a good player.
No.
I have to agree with the listener.
No, go watch some of those games. No, it's ridiculous. He is the classic example. Anytime you go and watch old like 90s basketball, every possession has to begin with like some stiff bullshit ass center getting the ball. And he was the guy for the Sonics, and it's like he's just accumulating points because they had to give the ball to him for a minute. It's like get the ball to Sean Kemp or Detlef Schrempf or Hersey Hawkins or Gary Payton. What are we doing with these Frank Burkowski touches?
To his era. I mean,
he's
better than those 4 centers I just pulled. I could probably check.
Better than Olden Polonies?
Christian Welp.
Well, he's better than Christian Welp. Yeah, it's not really like
Wayne Edwards? I don't even know who that is.
I don't know. Or Wayne Cooper or something like that.
Wayne Cooper.
I think he's like just about as good as Olden Polonies. What do you think about that? I think you got to put. You either got to put more respect. You either have to put less respect on Burkowski or more on Olden Polonies. All right.
I'm taking Burkowski in that one. I mean, you don't respect Armand Gilliam either, so I don't.
Whoa, that is not true. When did I ever disrespected Armand Hammer? Never.
The Hammer.
Never.
Nets PA announcer every time he scored. The Hammer. Armand Gilliam for 2. Love that. Reminds me of a simpler time
at the what was it? Was it the
Brendan Byrne Arena.
Yeah, it was the Brendan Byrne, right? It wasn't the Continental Airlines Arena or whatever the fuck.
Might have been Continental at that time. Then it was the Izod Center.
Yeah, then we're done. Yeah,
all kinds of bullshit. But probably where I got that pack of cards I just opened.
This guy is just riding me about Frank Burkowski.
Well, because Burkowski was pretty good. No,
I mean, now he's going, oh, Frank Burkowski only played 1 year in Seattle. No, he didn't. Then he goes, oops, 3, I guess. Yeah, it's 3. Fucking, I know. You don't have to NBA history explain me, brother. I know about Frank Burkowski, all right? Try to get me on that. I know. He was a Buck. He was a Sonic. Like, come on. Spur.
So it goes, Joe Rummages is about to be our new favorite paywall show.
Joe Rummages threw it.
Joe Rummages threw a box of shit at his brother.
Honestly, not bad audio.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Other than when you walk away, I would maybe bring the rummage pack closer to the microphone, but
this was impromptu.
No, I know. You weren't prepared.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, we got to set you up with a camera, like the kids when they have the packs, they have a camera that's looking at their hands or whatever, and they're just like, you got to rifle through them real quick. No, Bill Fitch, Clyde Drexler, yeah. That's exciting. Weird content. It is weird content. It is. I don't get it.
We just did it.
But we did it in much better than these kids. The kids are doing it wrong. We're doing it right, I think. Because we appreciated every single person because the kids will just go through and just like literally just toss this shit, and it's like
they're looking for the one rookie in that year.
Right. No, you got to appreciate
Bill
the
Fitch.
Wayne Cooper card. Yeah,
Bill Fitch with his sweater vest. Yes, that's a more exciting pull to me than whatever the hot rookie was in 1990. Who would that have been in the 1990 hoop set? Who was the 89 rookie of the year?
89 rookie of the year was God.
Derek Coleman or something?
Yeah, it's kind of the era for him. Mitch Richmond maybe might be in that era.
Somebody like that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Okay, let's see here.
Well, hold on. I could ask AI and kill a lake. Hold on. Let me
please do. I want to say it's either Mitch Richmond or DC. I got DC in my head, but I'm also thinking Mitch Richmond.
What is the most valuable card in the 1990 NBA Hoops card set? All right. Oh, no, I want AI mode. All right, let me click that. AI mode. The most valuable standard card in the base 1990 NBA hoop set is the Mark Jackson number 205. What? Oh, because that's the one with the Menendez brothers.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Well, that'd be great. Oh, man, you got to hold on a minute. New thing.
I got to try to search for that.
Yeah, rummage through that bag again. Let's find the Menendez brother card. No, I didn't actually.
I was going to do it. Find the Mark Jackson with the Menendez brothers. The PSA 10 pulls $325 to $450.
Okay.
There's a good chance I have, because I have like a million packs of these stupid fucking cards here. So I should probably look for that, right? Michael Jordan, number 358, team checklist, $382. Michael Jordan All-Star, $350. Sam Vincent, number 223. Oh, Michael Jordan is defending Vincent while wearing a jersey with the number 12 instead of his iconic 23.
Yes. That's when his jersey got stolen and he had to, he had to wear a random jersey.
Yeah, and it's all right. So those are the four I got to look for.
These are like little oddities. I just want to know who's like the card that you got to get, the guy. But
I guess it's the two Jordan cards.
But yeah, there's a Jordan card where he's wearing the wrong jersey, and then brothers that murdered their parents showing up to a game in the front row. I get it. That's what a year of cards right there.
I guess David Robinson's rookie card is that year, and one of them is up for auction on eBay for $22,000. Maybe I should look for that one right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't you try that one real quick?
All right, now we're talking.
Yeah, hold on. That Menendez one was like $300 or whatever.
The $300 card. I'm like, I can wait. But
and it was a PSA 10, and like you're not going to get a PSA 10
on
this.
They are in the packs. They are.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the Bill Fitch was off center though.
That's what gets you. Yeah, you could have a great card, and then it's like, it's a little off center or whatever. It's like, get out of here.
All right. Yeah. Now it's a 9, and it gets you $18.
Yeah. That's
bullshit. All right, whatever. Yeah. 1990 hoops.
Yeah. Well, if you want any Reggie Sanders cards, just call me. I got several for you.
Oh, you invested heavily in Reggie Sanders.
I did. Yeah. Every time I go back and look at every like 10 years or so, I go and look through my baseball cards, and I have a lot of Otis Nixon and Reggie Sanders. And I don't know why, like as a kid, I was probably just like, these are the guys. Like Otis Nixon was like in the midst of like a cocaine addiction at the time. So I don't know why I thought Otis Nixon was worth investing in.
Otis Nixon? Otis Nixon is who you went with? Otis, my man Nixon?
I don't know. I have a lot of Otis Nixon cards, and then I have a lot of Reggie Sanders cards. Now, Reggie Sanders, I do think is an underrated player, all-time underrated player. I don't know why I have so many Otis Nixon cards, but I have several. I must have played it, like I must have liked him in one of the video games or something, probably stole a lot of bases in like Triple Play 96 or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I have so many Otis Nixon cards, and I'm not sure why. Because I had to have traded people, or I had to like go to a store and be like, "Oh, Otis Nixon, 92 Braves, give me that one." Like, I don't understand. I have no idea.
Like his rookie cards in like 86.
I know. He's old as hell, and he looks like a man who was in the throngs of a cocaine addiction.
Like
and
Skeletor.
I don't know. Maybe I was like, this guy's funny looking. I'm gonna get as many cards as possible. I have no idea, but I have a ton of Otis Nixon cards. So if you want to trade, I'll take any Frank Thomas cards off your hands. I'd like to acquire Frank Thomas cards now too.
I got plenty of Frank Thomas. Yeah.
I bought one of the most recent card shows I went to. Some guy was just selling for like $200, just like 100 Frank Thomas cards, and I was like, yeah, whatever, man, just do it. I got a whole.
I don't know. I'm on a quest to get every Manny Mota card. That's my current quest. I'm trying to get every
Manny Mota. Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, I'll look through, and if I find a Manny Mota, all right. I'll send it over to you.
Pinch hitter extraordinaire.
I might throw in Reggie Sanders just for good luck, but and all of my Otis Nixon cards. All right, let's get to so many. All right, I'm now inspired this weekend to get the cards out. So this is good. All right, let's get to. Do you want to talk pro wrestling? Guess we have to.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. All right. Oh, we're gonna.
Can we pretend Bill Fitch died and do a Bill Fitch obituary?
Yeah. Well, he did die. I mean, we wouldn't be pretending that he died.
Technically, he's dead.
Yes.
Right.
He has already died. He died in 2022. Yeah. Well, in 2022, he lasted a little bit longer than you think.
Oh,
so.
not that long. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What do you think he thought of like Steph Curry?
Yeah, I probably didn't like it at all.
Probably didn't like it.
Probably crossed his arms and went, I don't know if that's a good shot right there. You know, fading away from 35 feet away. That's not a good shot as it goes in.
The Australian center was wide open.
Yeah.
Bogut.
Right, Andrew
Bogut's wide open.
Get it down low to David Lee. Feed David Lee, please. Yeah.
What do you have a Festus Ezeli on your team for if you're not going to feed him the basketball?
Right. Yeah, the idea of Draymond Green being the team center, he's probably just losing his mind. You can't win that way.
How can I pull obscure Warriors from when Bill Fitch was still alive instantly, but I couldn't tell you what was on the WrestleMania card this year? Not a clue.
Yeah, what main event in night one of WrestleMania? Gun to your head. Gun to your head.
Let me think of the funniest Golden State Warrior the year Bill Fitch died. Instant. Festus Ezeli just pops right in there. How does that happen?
I believe, I hate to correct you, I believe Festus Ezeli was long gone from the Warriors by that point.
All right,
so.
well, you get the idea.
But he was a good prime, like, early Curry Warrior where they were trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
And then they just realized, wait a minute, hold on, we figured it out. Just have Draymond Green be the center and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson shoot threes all the time, and that's going to work out better for us.
Jarrett Jack was the backup point guard. I remember. I remember.
Jarrett Jack. They had a Leandro Barbosa year as well, so
they did.
Yeah,
they did.
Jarrett Jack. That is also a lost art too. The like slow, strong point guard.
Oh yeah.
Like or even like your Corey Maggette, your just big, bulky shooting guard, small forward guy
that lifts weights all day for no apparent reason.
He has no speed or lateral movement, but he just like Jarrett Jack was that way too. He was like kind of just big.
Is this going to be a divisive flagship? I can promise you that.
Raymond Felton, Raymond Felton's not walking through the door ever again. But
YouTube is going to hate this one. I can see it already, Rich. The comments on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we got a guy now. He just gets really upset all the time.
Yeah,
about
we got a banter hater on YouTube.
He's going to time this one out.
He's timing this one. The banter hater. But,
what we got to do for him is just like. Do wrestling, stop, do banter, do it and then it just throw him off. Like hit wrestling right out of the gates. Like first fucking second of the show, we're talking wrestling, and then we do this segment, and then we go wrestling, and then we talk about Bill Fitch again. Like you really gotta make him make them work for it. But anyway, we were plugging somehow, some way. We were plugging Flagship Pluses. So, yeah, you did Flagship Plus talking about Tommy Dreamer's Bad Week, Solruka's Botch, AAA on Fox Latin America, ROH Global Wars. You also
Big
did
angle on AAA.
Yeah, the Perros
Del Mal is back. So,
and who's the last that they have acquired now?
The who?
The lady.
Oh, in Perros Del Mal?
Yeah.
Petrovic.
Carmen Petrovic. That's right. Yes.
Not Drazen Petrovic, who might be in one of those packs as well.
Yeah.
But Carmen Petrovic, yeah.
Yeah. You also did a 0-1 Megapod because the Fire Festival is now live.
It is.
So you reviewed Night 1 as well as the June 6th prelude to the Fire Fest. So Fire Fest is live. 0-1 is off and popping again. So Hayabusa Nakajima on that Night 1 as well. So plenty to talk about there. And then I did a Flagship Plus earlier in the week as well, covering MLW Fusion, You Choose Violence, featuring Shotzi's Monster Hunt, as well as a talk about the G1 Climax qualifiers. I did a little This Day in Wrestling History, kind of breaking down the King of the Rings that were on that day, 1996, the famous, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He said Austin 316, and then he was off to the races, and he was a star, and it's like, no, he wasn't. So breaking down, how WWE booked Steve Austin after King of the Ring. So we did that, and then kind of did some other stuff as well. Shared that horrible update about Joe Doring, which luckily we haven't heard anything new on that just yet, but we'll see. Things not looking good for Joe Doring, which is an absolute shame. But what has been very good about that is that people have come together and they're starting to share Joe Doring All Japan matches again. And I know there's a playlist that's out there that somebody put together of all the Joe Doring All Japan matches that happened during his run there. So I definitely recommend, if you heard that update and the sad news about that he's entering hospice after his third bout of brain cancer, good time to, if you haven't watched it. If you didn't watch it, you weren't there in real time, and we were watching it all in real time and putting it over and going nuts for it. But that's all up on YouTube. So just look up Joe Doring All Japan, and I know that plenty of people sharing those videos and starting to appreciate him a little bit more. But that was the week that was. FlagshipPatreon.com. Some other stuff coming to a Thursday Dynamite review as well. And then big news is this weekend. Forbidden Door, Instant Reaction Live, $10 tier, FlagshipPatreon.com, immediately following the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, which let's just get into that right now. Let's preview Forbidden Door coming up this Sunday. Obviously, AEW's cross-promotion. I'm using quotes because the state of the Forbidden Door is a little, it's an AEW pay-per-view for better or for worse these days now, but it's got some cross-promotion matches. But,
I don't know. I think it's not that.
They got there. I would say the card
got there.
The card 2 weeks ago was like, there was one match that was essentially All Japan versus New Japan or whatever, but they got there. They got the Starlight Kid and the Tekla. You got some Micah Sky Blue. You got some New Japan in there.
Honestly, who else do you want from New Japan on this show?
And that's an excellent point. Yeah.
And of course, the only place to hear that reviewed will be Instant Reaction Live on the $10 tier immediately following the show this Sunday. I'm choking to death over here, but yeah, I think they, a little rough. Hold on, I gotta get a coach.
Yeah. Fix that up. Yeah. No, we got a big time preview to do here, but that'll be. We always say about these Instant Reaction Lives, if you've never heard them before, a lot of other people will recap and review a pay per view, and they're done in 30 minutes, 45 minutes. This match happened. What do you think? Yeah, it was good. Okay, yeah, all right. And then this guy hit this move, and then that guy hit that move, and yeah, it was good. Okay, and then move on. No, we get in the weeds. We get detailed. There might be some banter as well. They're usually about 2.5 hours to 3 hours long. They're almost as long. What we do is we begin the show by talking about how long the pay-per-view is, and then with no irony whatsoever, we go 3 hours talking about the rest of the show. So that's what we do. But no, we go in. We get deep. We talk big picture stuff. We recap and review every single match. We give detailed thoughts about every single match. It's a lengthy review. It's one of the best things we do, I think, on our Patreon. The chat room is always buzzing as well, with a ton of people in there discussing the show. So it's a lot of fun. So you want to make sure you're there live on the $10 tier, FlagshipPatreon.com. But again, the replay does not appear on the $5 tier either. It stays exclusively on that $10 tier. So you're going to want to upgrade if you're on that $5 tier, or if you're not on the Patreon right now and you want to hear our thoughts on Forbidden Door immediately following the show, or the next day in audio form, FlagshipPatreon.com. $10 tier gets you that. So, all right, let's do this preview here. So now we have 2 buy-in matches. Now I don't know if we're going to add any more. First off, did you know we're back to the buy-in?
We're back to the buy-in.
We're back to the buy-ins. Now, everybody always got on us because we would have this segment where we would say, like, why are they called the 0 Hour? They used to be called buy-ins, and everybody would say, oh, guys, it's only ever the buy-in on Double or Nothing. Like, get it together.
Right.
I would love for them. It's crickets. I haven't heard from anybody telling me why.
Haven't heard from them now. Why
is this the buy-in again? Guys, it's always 0 Hour unless it's Double or Nothing because it's gambling themed. Okay, explain. Tell me. Why are we buying?
I want you to do that specific voice again. I like that one.
Tell me why we're buying in again. Then
we're buying in.
I don't care. I don't care, but everybody else seems to care.
Wait, or is it usually the buy-in and it's no? It was 0 Hour for Dynasty.
It's always 0 Hour recently until it was always buy-ins, and then Tony bought Ring of Honor, and then they always became 0 Hours except for Double or Nothing, and now they're just buy-ins again. So
yeah, he was doing 0 Hour for ROH, and then he started doing it for AEW as well. But now he's calling this one a buy-in. Yeah, I don't know. The buy-in.
So please explain, anybody. But we got Divine Dominion versus Olympia and Thunder Rosa. This is for the AEW Women's World Tag Team titles. I would expect Divine Dominion to make quick work of Olympia and Thunder Rosa, but that should be pretty fun. And then we also have a qualifier match for the TBS title, Survival of the Fittest, Micah versus Sky Blue. And I got my money on Sky Blue to move forward in that one. But those are the buy-in matches so far. I'm sure they're going to add a ton more as we get closer.
Well, I hope so. I don't see any men's matches, and Tony Khan just obviously hates men's wrestling because where are the men's matches on this buy-in?
You're right.
I this is unacceptable. You're
gonna time every men's match in the show.
My stopwatch is ready. I'm a little annoyed, and I talked about this a little bit earlier today on the Thursday Dynamite review. Olympia and Thunder Rosa, what have they done to earn a women's tag team title?
Yeah, where are they in the rankings? Yeah, where are they? I was. Let me go look at the AW Women's World Title rankings because I can't imagine they've.
That, but and I've already done the other research that you're about to do. I'll save you the time. They have never teamed together, let alone one match.
Well, hold on a minute. This is ridiculous.
So, not in AEW. Not in CMLL, not in Ring of Honor, nowhere in the world.
Not in the Crash. They didn't do it in the Crash.
Not in the Crash. They've only been in the ring together 4 times, and all 4 times they were on opposite sides of tag
ridiculous.
matches. And here we are. And
what is this championship committee doing?
Well, in all seriousness, this annoys me. I mean, look, the rankings, the ship has sailed. Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. I guess you can. You could just do rankings again if you want.
You absolutely could. Remember that 1 week they did do them 2 years ago.
1 week they did it. 1 week. And then, but we could at least, listen.
We got to try. We have to try.
We have to at least try a little. Olympia was in town for the Cincinnati tapings 2 nights. She's wrestling probably right now as we speak on Watch ROH against Deonna Purrazzo, right? She was in town. That's the main event of tonight's show, of the second night of Global Wars. So you couldn't stick an Olympia Thunder Rosa match on Collision and just have them beat somebody and then say, "Whoa, they're going to have and then book the world title match off of that. Have them challenge Divine Dominion. Have Divine Dominion come out on the stage. It takes 2 minutes. You couldn't do that on Collision. I'm not saying you waste any time on Dynamite doing that. That'd be ridiculous. But just to show that they've earned this in some way, they couldn't win a 3-minute match on Collision last week when Olympia was in town. They couldn't do that. They couldn't win a match on ROH even. Something. I don't know. It bugs me. It shouldn't bug me, but it bugs me.
We've unfortunately we've gone past like they have to win a bunch of matches, and we're not even asking for that, and that would be great. In like a perfect world,
I want the bare minimum.
In a perfect world, the title challengers are on a run of like 5 straight wins or whatever, and yeah, you're booking them at Forbidden Door, in a month and a half from now, so you have them on Ring of Honor, and you have them on, maybe you just tell CMLL, hey, can you book one of these matches or whatever, and have them win, like just a couple of things. But again, we're not going to do that. That's never going to happen. But at least can we have a win and then do the belt motion thing, have Olympia do the belt motion thing, and then Divine Dominion comes down and it's like, well, if you want a shot at these titles, then we'll do it at Forbidden Door. And they go, oh, yeah, like something.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need. And they could have beat like anybody. He could have beat local competitors for all I care.
Someone says they should have beat the Renegade Twins. I disagree. The Renegade Twins should have beat them.
Come on now. Let's come on. Again, the Paulie Walnut. Oh, hold on.
Nobody beats the Renegade Twins. The Renegade Twins beat them.
So. You're going to bring back the Renegade NBA Twins and then beat them with Olympia?
Are you mad?
Do
you not want to make money? Do you not want to sell pay-per-views? What are you trying to do?
Yeah, but anyway, that annoys me.
Are you TNA? What are you trying to do here? Like this.
Yeah. And then we're doing, I guess, the least attractive survival of the fittest qualifying match, sticking that on the pay-per-view pre-show with this Micah, who did nothing for me when I watched her on Ring of Honor Global Wars last week against Sky Blue, who has done nothing for me for like 6 years.
Six straight years. Yeah, maybe this is the time where she finally impresses Joe Lanza. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, Micah's okay. Like I usually like Micah a little bit better. We'll see. I don't think this is going to be the match that's going to turn you into a Micah super fan. But no, it's probably going to be pretty crummy. But it's fine. It's Sky Blue, and she
well,
stinks.
you know, if you can't get it done against Diamante and Sky Blue, who can you get it done against?
Right. Maybe you should probably. Yeah, I'm trying to say. I think it's not necessarily Micah's fault all the way that. She's not delivering against Diamante and Sky Blue.
Do you think Machine Gunka, our pal Carl Anderson, gets mad when Diamante comes out to the in the beginning of her song?
Yeah, of course he does.
She's up on the turnbuckle with the with like pumping the gun or whatever. You know, that's his gimmick. The
Machine Gunna.
Yeah,
love that shit. There'd be a while there. Sometimes you have like a lot of bullets in that chamber. It's like, hold on a minute.
Yeah. A lot of anger sometimes. A lot of anger. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we got so far. Those two matches.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Those are the buy-ins. So on the main show, I like this match. This is a fun Forbidden Door match here. The Young Bucks, Sky Team, and the Gene Company, Unbound Co, Shingo and Teton. That's good. That's a good, and that's a fun match. That's just like, fuck you. That's why it's happening. You know what I mean? Like, what's the story? Fuck you. That's the story. The story is the Young Bucks are a great tag team in AEW. Sky Team is a great team in CMLL. And hey, Shingo and Teton, they're good wrestlers too. So
that's what I used to like back when that was a whole thing. What's the story? Like when people would complain, hey, go fuck your ass. That's the story. This is just gonna be a spot fest, and they took a bunch of really good wrestlers who aren't involved in any storylines, and they said, let's just put them all in the ring. I hope it opens up the show. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of match it is. If it were a title match or something, I'd be annoyed that it was a three-way, and I would say, get the third team out of there because I'm sick of that shit. But in a situation like this, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, like, going to an indie show, and they open up with a scramble, if that's the only scramble they give you on the indie show. You know what I mean? You don't want 6 scrambles on the indie show. You don't want to watch scrambles all weekend. But if you just open up the show with a match like this, where they're just going to go out there and just fucking work at a go pace.
Yeah, a lot of classic Ring of Honor shows would have that. Like the opener would be like a 4-way match with like a bunch of dudes that are not in important matches. And they would go out there and in 11 minutes do 10,000 moves, and it rocked. And it was always just a great way to start the show.
Yeah, because you're going to get your wrestling later on. You know what I mean? So I have no problem with this 3-way in this context. So I guess that proves that I'm not completely anti 3-way.
No.
And I don't have any look, Shingo is the kind of guy you want to bring in. You want to make sure Shingo is. There's been Forbidden Doors that didn't have Shingo on them. And I'm like, where the fuck is Shingo? He should be on every Forbidden Door. You know, and they found a way to get Teton out there and fucking Sky Team, of course. So yeah, that looks like a really fun match. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that one too.
I mean, with the Bucks in there, come on. It's obviously
going to be great. It's obviously going to be a very, very good match. Yeah, I can't wait. IWGP Global Heavyweight title. Shota Umino coming into town to face Pac. So we got a little bit of Mox's former guy coming in and facing one of Mox's guys now in the Death Riders. It'll be an interesting thing to see. I don't know how over Shota Umino is going to be in front of this crowd. I imagine not at all. Because I don't know how many, like, it's very interesting as Forbidden Door has sort of aged and AEW's aged and New Japan has done what it's done over the last couple of years. I do wonder how much crossover there even is anymore between like your dyed-in-the-wool AEW fans that are going to this show and people that watch New Japan enough to know who Shota Umino is. I do wonder. I'm very, very. He's the guy that I'm curious of. Like, obviously, Zack Sabre Jr., I'm not curious. Enough of those people know Zack Sabre Jr., enough of those people know some of these other guys. But Shota Umino, I could definitely see if you're, most people.
Yeah, but that shooter.
Yeah.
Will Moxley be at ringside? Both of his guys.
Mox will be at ringside, I think.
It's the shooter.
He might be on commentary for this one. This is one of those matches where he's just going to come down and just demand to be on commentary.
Right.
Talk about his old protege and his new guy. And
totally unbooked. Just show up.
Yeah, show up, grab a headset.
Yeah.
Not going to tell him no. Fascinated. I'm fascinated by this match. See how over Shota is, how much the fans care, and then see if they go out there and really work their asses off. Because I there's a potential for this to be really, really, really good, and there's also a potential for it to be kind of boring and the fans not caring, and we're just all looking at our watches, wondering when it's going to be over.
Yeah, I think that he's on every Forbidden Door show because Tony always books Shota Umino, and that's probably because Mox likes him and all of that. But he's always on these shows. There's not the first Forbidden Door he'll be on.
No. He was on that, and that's kind of my point, though. He was on that one. It may have been the first one where he faced Jericho. Remember, I think he was just suplexing Jericho over and over and over again. The crowd got really into him. My point is, like, how many of those people are still kind of following the path?
Yeah.
Of Shota Umino.
Yeah, like you're talking about fan turnover.
Yeah. I think there's more than people probably think.
So, the first Forbidden Door, he was in the 6-man opposite the Jericho. That's when Jericho Appreciation Society teamed with Minoru Suzuki. So it was Shooter and Wheeler Yuta and Eddie Kingston. That was 2022. Let's go through his history here. 2023, he was in another multi-man tag where it was he teamed with the Blackpool Combat Club, of course, with Mox and Takeshita against Hangman, the Bucks, Eddie Kingston, and Big Tom Ish. So that was a 10-man tag that year. 2024, he did not work Forbidden Door, but he did work in AEW. He worked a Forbidden Door. Oh, this is weird. He worked the Dynamite the week of Forbidden Door, but then didn't work Forbidden Door. And then he worked on a Rampage beating Rocky Romero. That is strange, but that's what it says.
Yeah, weird that he would come in for the Dynamite, but then not on the actual show.
It says Dynamite, AEW World Title #1 contender, Forbidden Door Casino. He was in a Casino Gauntlet.
Okay.
The one, remember the really good one that Ospreay won, the first one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He was in that and then didn't work Forbidden Door and then worked a random Rampage a couple weeks later against Rocky Romero. So last year, he had the match against Claudio. So that was Wrestle Dynasty, though. That wasn't Forbidden Door. That was, remember, the show after Wrestle Kingdom, the 1-5 show.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So, he's wrestled AEW matches and AEW, plenty of joint shows with AEW. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be super over, but I think they're going to know who he is. I think more than anything else what this match is Tony giving New Japan a win on the show because he doesn't care whether Pac wins or loses.
Right.
So this is a chance to be a good partner because New Japan's not going to win any other match. So, the Bucks are going to win the 3-way. Kenny's going to beat Zack Sabre Jr. And Shota's the only other guy, right?
Right. I mean, pure New Japan guy in the rest of the show, yeah.
So that's New Japan's win. They've got to get a dub somewhere in there, and that's going to be it. So, yeah.
Tekla and Starlight Kid for the women's world title. This has been this has been the most Forbidden Door of any of these matches. I mean, this has been, they're telling a really great story here with Tekla and how she left Stardom and then she's been going back. She was just there at the conversion show, which I'm actually making my way through, and hopefully we'll have some audio about that pretty soon because it was a show with a notable show from Stardom. Just a couple.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
Why haven't you reviewed that yet?
I'm working on it. It's a long ass show. It's like 6 hours, man. I'm working through it.
Working on it. I'm giving the finger quotes.
Right. I'm watching it.
Let's go. It's a big show.
I know. I'm working through it. Yeah.
Don't make me do it.
No. I got you. I got it. But anyway. Showed up there, obviously Starlight Kid defending the honor of Stardom. Tekla just being, there was a little bit there where Tekla was starting to lose a little of that edge, and I think she's gotten it back in the last couple of weeks, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think this match is going to rock too, because Starlight Kid's great, Tekla's great. There's some real hate and heat on this thing too, so yeah, this is a fun. This is the most Forbidden Door of the entire show to me because it feels like a promotional rivalry, or at least a rivalry of a wrestler and a promotion.
Absolutely. You nailed the essence of it. And it's well built and it feels like it has animosity and there's a clear person to root for and a clear person not to root for. Absolutely. Yeah. So this is like you just said, the best example of what Forbidden Door should have been about always, and you could argue may have been about at one point, but no longer really is. So,
right.
Yeah.
Everyone's so scared to do that. Like, I think because there's real fan animosity between New Japan and AEW, which I would just pry on. I would just like use that. But everybody seems a little too scared to do it. So instead we just have this like haphazard, thing, but whatever. It's fine. It's moved on.
You think
we've
that's
moved on.
the reason? You think that's the reason?
No, I just think it's just, it's hard. It's hard to do. I think it's really hard to book a real show like this. And we've seen it in, like, Tony just decided not to do it this year. But I think I talked about this on my Flagship Plus episode where I talked a little bit about this card. There was the 1 year where Tony really tried to earnestly build this thing up the first year. And then everybody got hurt and everything went wrong. And he just tore it all up and he was like, fuck it. All right, fine. And then just had a show where a bunch of people wrestled each other. And it was great. It was a fantastic show because it didn't have that many stories. And it was just like, all right, I don't know who's left. All right, you guys all face each other. Fine. Who cares? Whatever. And then from that point forward, he got scared to do stories with it because he didn't always have the people from New Japan. So then they had like the 1 year where it was literally like we knew nothing until a week before the show. And then that Dynamite, I think I went to that Dynamite. They just had everybody come out. Like it was like every match got booked on the Go Home Dynamite because they had, okay, we're going to bring these guys in on Wednesday and then we're going to shoot the angle on Wednesday and then we're going to be ready to go for Sunday or whatever. And then since then, like the last 2 years, it's basically just been like, let's just have our normal pay-per-view. And then occasionally we'll throw in a New Japan guy in there, which is fine. Like, I don't care. It doesn't bother me anymore. The concept was interesting at a time and now it's whatever. It's fine. It's just another
working
pay-per-view.
in Stardom and CMLL. I see. I think I think I'm going to say the thing I say every year. He's now expanded it to Stardom and CMLL, which is great. It's just that outside of this Teclis Starlight Kid match, like CMLL is not featured prominently at all. They have one team in a 3-way match, and that's pretty much it because Teton technically is representing New Japan in this case. What he should do is do a big time CMLL offer match. Tell them that he wants Mystico in a singles match that he could win over one of CMLL's guys or one of his guys. And expand it out too. Why isn't Athena defending the ROH world title on this show? There's really no reason that she shouldn't be. Like, include ROH as part of this great inter-promotional show with all these promotions. Get a match from Rev Pro. And if you want to put it on the buy-in, go ahead. But why aren't you including ROH? No one's stopping you from doing that but you. Why aren't you calling up Andy and getting something done with Rev Pro to get them in the mix? And that would add to the flavor that this is truly a multi-promotional Forbidden Door event. And yes, do more matches like Tekla and Starlight Kid where there is some animosity and there is some heat. And so it never feels like the foot is fully on the gas with this thing. Mm-hmm. And it can be very easily. I'm sure you could have gotten Michael Oku on this thing to represent, Rev Pro. Just don't give him more than 20 minutes. You could have gotten...
Give him a strict 12. Michael, 12. All right?
Yeah, I mean, you could have put Athena on here to defend her ROH, women. You could have built something on the ROH TV and then had an Athena match here. But it's always like one foot in, 1 foot out. So look, I know you need your matches to actually draw people to the show but you have that. You have your Owen final every year. Okay. You could have your dopey MJF cage match. I'm not saying you can't have that, but you can make room. Like, I don't know, Moxley Bandito. Now I understand that was supposed to be Moxley Callum Newman. So, hey, look, again, this show is always snake bitten in some way. It's always snake bitten. But yeah, I don't know. I think this was not bad though. I mean, you only really have the two Owen finals and the Moxley match, which was supposed to be interpromotional. I guess the tag team title match too. But I mean, the biggest problem though is who else do you really want from New Japan?
Right.
You have to expand it out to these other promotions.
Yeah, like you said, maybe New Japan is just one part of it, but it's got to. Yeah, you put Stardom in there, you put Rev Pro in there, you put Ring of Honor in there, and you really have the whole undercard. Your stuff that's not drawing is just like, hey, here's an offer match from Stardom. Here's an offer match. I think that's probably a better way to do it than having it be New Japan versus All Japan or Stardom versus AEW. But then we talk about this match, and it's like, the one match where it really feels like if you're gonna have that sort of rivalry between the two companies and that hatred between the two companies, that'd be fun too. But I get why they don't do that. So I think if you always say if you gave Tony Khan truth serum, I think he'd probably prefer to just not have Forbidden Door anymore and call it AEW whatever the fuck,
Well, if he wanted to do that, he would do it.
Yeah. No, he sees value in it still. For sure.
He can end this instantly. I mean, he doesn't have to do Forbidden Door. I mean, I think that, Wrestle Dream was kind of like a half-ass version of Forbidden Door for the first year or two.
Yeah.
It was like the Inoki.
Where he brought the Inoki family
thing
out there, and it's like,
so it's
right.
like, if anything, I think he probably wants to do more of this kind of stuff. The problem is New Japan just isn't that strong right now. CMLL is stronger than New Japan. But there's all kinds of visa issues too going on right now, and it just always seems like this show is snake bitten in some way.
Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. We talked about that as another New Japan versus AEW match, but obviously Kenny is going to win that, and Kenny still feels like a partially a New Japan guy in a lot of ways too. So it doesn't feel strictly like an AEW versus New Japan one. But the build's been very weird. I have not liked the build at all, where Kenny just acts like Zack Sabre Jr. and TMDK are these no-name nobodies or whatever, and it's like, I don't know, man, you're going to beat this guy, and now it's going to be like, it's kind of the classic example. If you spend the entire build telling a guy that he sucks and nobody knows who he is, and then you beat him, it's like, well, then you beat a guy who sucks and nobody knows who he is. Like, it's weird. It's a very strange, but it's Kenny on the mic, and it's always weird and strange. But the match itself should fucking rock. I mean, no matter what, shouldn't matter that what the build was. I mean, it's freaking Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. It's going to rock. But it's been a interesting build, but again, you give Kenny the mic and you tell him to kind of go and do whatever he's going to do. He's going to get a weird promo.
Weird guy.
He's a very weird promos. Yeah, he's
so over that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it never does.
Fans don't care that he's like this weird promo, but he's a weird guy and he cuts weird promos.
The one he had like 2 weeks ago, he was like, "Oh, right, we have TMDK in the ring, and nobody knows what TMDK means, and I don't know, and they don't know, and that man right there is Zack Sabre Jr., and you probably have never heard of him." And I'm like, "What is going on?
It's like, what are you
is
doing?
This promo?"
Yeah, he's giving us a tutorial on Zack Sabre Jr., who, by the way, works this show every year. Like,
right.
It's like, what are we doing? Like in prominent matches, like it's a very bizarre approach to this. But and then the one time Zach talks is this week, and he's like, he takes the mic and he goes, "Right, I'm going to put you in the hospital, darling," and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's everything he has to say. But I don't look. This match is going to be great.
It's going to fucking
I
rock.
would be stunned if it's not going to be great, and that's all that really matters. Odd build aside. It has obviously a chance to be match of the night with Strickland and Ospreay, and the ceiling on this thing is like match of the year contender. I mean, because Kenny, he doesn't wrestle much anymore, but when he wrestles, he fucking brings it every single time. And these two are obviously capable. And the thing about it is they were in New Japan together for a few years there, and they did have a couple matches against one another, but none of them were super memorable. They had that one G1 match that I don't remember. I'm sure someone's going to be like, "Oh, that match was great. Don't you?" No, that was not a memorable match. That's not a match that people talk about to this day.
If I remembered it, I would remember it, but I don't. So it's like,
now, granted, I don't have the best memory for that kind of stuff, but I know that was not some classic G1 match. I can give you a list of 10 classic G1. I can give you a list of 25 classic G1 matches, and that one won't make the cut. Okay, just that's my point here. So it's a match where these two guys work together in the same promotion for a while, yet you don't feel like you've really seen this match.
Right, it feels like a unique, fresh match for sure.
Yeah, I mean, other than third from the top and Bipu on night 9 of whatever G1 that was, this is like kind of a fresh match. So from that standpoint, I when they put it together, I'm like, wow, I would have never thought of this match, but this is the match you want to make right now with AEW and New Japan based on who you have to work with, because you couldn't have Will Ospreay in something, and I don't know if you would want to because he's wrestled everybody in New Japan. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. This is like the best possible, if you're trying to put together a dream match. I'm not sure you could have done better than this.
Yeah, I was going to use that term. It feels dream matchy, even though we've seen it before, but it feels like, and it feels like, especially with, we don't know how much longer Kenny's going to be at this level or wrestling at all. So it's like, yeah, this is probably a really good opportunity to do this. And yeah, just give these guys whatever time they need and let them go out there and yeah, it should be fucking phenomenal. So really looking forward to that match. And then you talk about match of the year contenders or match of the year level matches. Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay, the men's Owen Hart final. I mean, they had a match 2 years ago at Forbidden Door that was absolutely incredible. And I mean, the effort level for both those guys in big time spots is pretty much unmatched. So yeah, the floor is like, the expectation is definitely like match of the year contender level match with a good amount of story and a little bit of hatred involved in there too. You got Ospreay with the Death Rider thing involved too. So it's got some story behind it, but even if it doesn't even really need that. If you just said, hey, it's Swerve and Will and the winner goes to Wembley, like that's really all you need. And that's what it's going to be. And I think, man, I'm really looking forward to it. I think Will gets the win, right? Like I don't in your mind, like if you were betting, I mean, it would be like 99%, right? That Will, yeah. Oh,
please. I mean, this is Swerve doing the favor back. Will already did the job in this same match, and now it's the other way around. And Will Ospreay is obviously the story going into Wembley. I think we can sit here like we always do and fantasy book all these scenarios where that's not the case, but it sure seems to be, locked in stone at this point that this is the direction they're going. I'd be stunned if Swerve won and they didn't go in that direction. I think everybody would be. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that from that standpoint, I still think that they'll figure out a way to create some drama down the stretch of this thing though, because they're so good. So from that standpoint, you'll probably still be on the edge of your seat. But yeah, I think everybody expects Will to win.
The only thing that would hold this match back is just Will overselling the neck and a story where, he, Swerve does something to his neck early in the match and he holds it. But that's me betting against Will Ospreay, and I'm not going to do that. That would be a very bad bet. So I'm not doing that. And it's like betting against the Young Bucks in a match. Like that's a very bad bet. You should probably just think that it's going to be fucking awesome. So yeah, I think Swerve and Will is going to be phenomenal, and Will moves on and goes to Wembley. As far as who he's going to face at Wembley, who knows? We'll see. We'll find out at Redemption, whatever, next month. You have the Owen Hart women's tournament final. A kind of a happy accident here. Mercedes Moné.
Redemption is such a TNA pay-per-view ass name.
It really is. Yeah.
Or like NXT, like something like that, right?
Yeah, I've been kind of uneasy about that name since they announced it, because I'm like, man, AEW has all these like very interesting, unique names, and it's just like Redemption. I don't know. It's just like every E-Fed had a pay-per-view called Redemption. Like it's just a classic, just generic. Every indie around, like I'm sure if you looked up Redemption on Cage Match, there's a 800 match shows called Redemption. So yeah,
I could just hear Mike today. And at Redemption, Bobby Roode and Eric Young will settle their score. Right.
James Storm's going to be the guest referee. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's a very TNA-esque name. But Mercedes and Maya World, again, kind of a happy accident that Maya World's in this spot. But this is when you got to give luck.
Happy accident Mercedes is in this spot.
Yeah, honestly, right.
This whole tournament fell apart.
Yeah, that's all right, though. It worked out pretty well because they got a pretty cool story here. And this is why I always, and going back to Maya World here, this is why I always take chances on new underexposed talent versus cast-offs and ex-WWE people, because Maya World's not even supposed to be in AEW. Maya World and Hyon are not supposed to be here. This is supposed to be Nixon Newell and Miranda Alizé or whatever. Yeah. But then they decided that's not going to work for me, brother. And they told them to hit the bricks. And then just because they happen to be in the area, Hyon and Maya World step up, come in, impress, get a job. And now Maya World is... she might fucking win this match. Who the hell knows? She might go to Wembley. Maya World might be in fucking Wembley, going for the women's title. Who the fuck knows? And that, I mean... You got that. You would have not gotten this out of Nixon Newell. FKA right. Tegan Knox. You were not going to get. You knew exactly what you were going to get out of her and Miranda Alizé or whatever. You know exactly what you're going to get out of a lot of these people. You had no idea what the future held for Maya World. You have no idea what the future holds for High On or whatever. And this is why I love when you take chances on new talent and push new talent sometimes. And this was a happy accident where, it just so happened to be that she was in this tournament, and then, the unfortunate news about her brother, and they just decided to kind of ride that wave of momentum. And then Mercedes, kind of just, sometimes you just got to go with it and see where it goes. And now this is a really fun match, a really unique match, a new, interesting match. And I'm excited to see how it finishes, because I don't think it's totally out of the realm of possibility that Maya World wins this. I would probably be surprised. I think Mercedes is probably going to win it, but it's not impossible that Maya does either, because she's got, I think Mercedes has her back, and I know Athena has her back as well. Athena, trained her and was her mentor or whatever. So I think it's not out of the realm of possibility that Maya World wins this thing and moves on. But yeah, what a cool, fun match that nobody could have ever predicted happening a month ago. And here we are.
Yeah. Snake bitten, forbidden door. The whole tournament was snake bitten, this women's side of the tournament. And, you make the best of it. And I'm not going to repeat all your same talking points. You end up getting, a decent match out of it anyway, which might not always happen when you have a tournament fall apart to the extent that this one did.
No, they got the most out of it. Moxley and Bandito. AEW Continental title, Moxley versus Bandito. So, it's Jon Moxley. He's on a good run here. Bandito, so it should be pretty fucking great too.
Yeah, I don't, they had the Death Riders go over last night, and that usually tips off that the other guy's going to win. But again, this wasn't really the original intended match, so it would be pretty strange to then do a title change off of that. But it's not like that's completely unprecedented. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like doesn't feel like Moxley should be losing this title right now, unless they're trying to have him lose up or open him up for something else. So, yeah, I don't know. I think he'll win, mostly on the idea that this is kind of a, not an impromptu match, but a match happening in place of another match that they wanted to do instead.
Mm-hmm. AW World Tag Team title match, Cope and Cage versus the Dogs. I have been cautious, obviously, the entire time that Adam Copeland's been in here, but he's really delivered most times. So I do have to, admit that all my fears have not been realized with Copeland. I can't say that I'm excited for this match. I haven't really liked any of the build. I'm not feeling Finley in the Dogs. I felt it a little bit more when Gabe Kidd was there. I'm not necessarily feeling this Clark Connors, David Finley version of the Dogs. I'm a little worried about Copeland and Cage here, but I don't know. Again, the entire time I've been waiting for Copeland to do, something horrible, and I go, look, see, I was right, but he's been pretty good. He's been pretty good, and Cage has great instincts. So I don't know. I think this has the chance to be pretty good, but it also has the chance. It's weird that every Copeland match I go in with the almost equal chances that it's going to be good or it's going to be bad, and almost everyone's been good. So I don't know. Maybe it's not equal chances anymore. Maybe I should start erring on the side of it probably being good. But I don't know. I just haven't really felt the build of this one, but I don't know. I could be convinced.
They put a lot of effort into the build.
They did.
The big angle where they beat him up, and then they went away for a couple weeks to sell the injuries, and now last night was weird though, because Cope and Christian were beating them up, and then the Dogs ended up on top, choking them out with the wire by the end of all of it. They ended up winning that fight anyway, which was kind of a strange way to put over your baby faces. But it just feels like for months they've been building towards Cope and Christian versus the Bucks, which seems like that's going to happen at Wembley, which honestly doesn't seem like the worst idea for a match for the Bucks at Wembley. So that kind of you don't think the Dogs would win here. Now you have some time and another pay-per-view in between, so who knows? But I just think Cope and Christian will win this and put the Dogs in the rear view, and then we'll keep teasing this Cope and Christian match against the Bucks that they keep implying that we're going to get, but then something gets in the way and it doesn't happen.
Right. I thought them being back there, like the Bucks being back there when the brawl was happening.
Yeah.
And then being like, you guys good? And we're like, yeah, they wanted you to see Cope and Cage and the Young Bucks look at each other, even if it was like they were on the same side or whatever. That wasn't an accident. Like, come on. I mean, I think We've been calling that as like that match happening at some point for a while, but Wembley really feels like a perfect opportunity to do it.
Yeah, it's like when the whole FTR stuff was going on, and these two teams were left in the ring after that one angle, and they handed the belts back to them. It's like they haven't been subtle about this.
No,
the match is going to happen. The match is going to happen. So,
Wembley's a great time. Yeah, have the Bucks win that 3-way. Have Cope and Cage win this one, and you can even book that now. Fuck Redemption. You don't have to worry about anything for Redemption. Say. They got to sell some fucking tickets to that All In show. So yeah, it might be worth it to say, hey, you know what? We're going to do one last ladder match with these guys, Young Bucks versus Copeland and Cage.
And that's probably what it'll be.
Yeah.
That's probably what it'll be. For Wembley, I think Cope would risk another broken leg or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Be one of the biggest shows he ever works on. And, that would be the time to do it if you're going to bust out the nostalgia stip. It's probably something the Bucks will mark out to do because they grew up watching these guys.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and that's a great match if like you said, if Copeland wants to say, look, I don't think it's a good idea for me to do this, and I'm probably going to get hurt, but fuck it. It's at Wembley Stadium. It's against the Young Bucks. We're probably going to lose the titles anyway. Maybe this is it for me anyway. Maybe this is my last match anyway, so fuck it. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like that would be... And he's that kind of wrestler too, where he'd probably just be like, I'll take some big bumps. I don't give a fuck, I'll take 8 months off again, or maybe I'll never come back ever again, But I'll lay it all out there for that match. So yeah, that's where I think we're going. That I would safely assume. I know some people thought that maybe you do a 3-way with the FTR in there as well, but I almost think
I was just going to ask you, do you shoehorn FTR in there again after their little respite here? And just really to stick it to Bully Ray in a way, we're going to do your signature match with the Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I wouldn't mind that.
I kind of like it. Yeah, I kind of like it.
It's I wouldn't mind that at all, to be honest.
There's something bubbling with FTR because and it's one of these classic things where I don't know if you saw that report a couple days ago where it's like FTR, they might not sign a new contract, they might be done, and it's like, oh, that means
we're doing this.
They're definitely showing up at Forbidden Door.
We're doing this.
Thank you for spoiling that they're going to show up at some point. Yes, these guys have done the maybe that's it for us, maybe that's the end of the road thing like 8 times. We're good. People fall for it every single time. Like, oh, it's interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's it.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. What about the Jungle Boy not re-signing yet? What do you make of that?
Yeah, if I'm Tony, I keep saying, oh, yeah. Hold on. I'll get to that.
Well, Tony loves him.
I know.
He talked about it on the presser. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Someone asked him. And he couldn't stop praising Jack Perry, saying he wants him to be there for a long time, this and that. Look, if I'm Jack Perry, I understand and know that. So why am I in a hurry to sign? Of course I'm going to hold out as long as I possibly can and try my best to make Tony think that I'm serious about, going back and going and working a program against CM Punk on SmackDown. Why wouldn't I do that? So I think ultimately my take on this is Jack Perry's not going anywhere. Okay, I think that him and
Anna Jay.
the hell's her name? Yeah, I think they're just playing the game as well. They should, and they should work that leverage as hard as they can until they get the most money possible. That's their role in this thing, and I don't anticipate really either one of them leaving, but I really don't anticipate Jack Perry leaving. Could I see Anna Jay thinking to herself, man, I'm like the archetype of everything they like over there in their women's wrestling?
Yeah, because Jack is not. Like Anna, you could see tomorrow her popping up on SmackDown and being everything that they would want in that company.
Yeah.
Jack, not so much.
For sure.
Jack's definitely not.
And as an open couple, not that kind of open couple.
Yeah, hold on. Interesting.
Listen. As a publicly known couple, is probably how I should word that.
Good for them. Hey, you know what? Good for them.
Yeah, I don't want to get eye-booed here. I don't know their mindset. I don't know if they're the kind of people who want a little time apart every week, or if they're attached at the hip.
Yeah, well,
right?
People make such a big deal about that now, and in today, if this was 1996. I get it, because if I'm a couple and you work for WCW and I work for WWF or whatever, we never see each other. We're on the road, 6 days a week. The current schedules that these companies run, at most, if Anna Jay is a SmackDown wrestler and Jack Perry stays in AEW, 1 day a week or 2 days a week they're apart. And they can even travel with each other if they wanted to. If Jack Perry wants to say, "Oh, you're in fucking Albuquerque this week? Great, I'll go to Albuquerque with you." "Oh, you're in San Antonio this weekend?" Anna Jay can fly to San Antonio and hang out with you. It's such a loss. It's people, but people are still hung up on that. I don't think that's that big of a deal to be away from your partner for 1 or 2 days a week.
Every couple's different,
right? Maybe they do care. Maybe they do care. Yeah,
some care, some don't care. Some prefer to work in different companies. We've seen many wrestling couples that don't work in the same company, and they're married and it doesn't affect their relationship. But some people prefer to be in it. Oh, great, we can work in the same company and always and never be apart. So I don't know, and no one would know that. Only they know that. So, but I think it's smart of them to hold out. And I know how fond Tony is of Jack Perry, and I would be very surprised if he lets him slip through his fingers. But it also explains why he's not being pushed right now. He's involved in nothing. He doesn't have a program. He's not on this show. He's doing jobs on TV. Like, Tony's being cautious here.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it involved in anything important. He lost the national title. And I guess we'll see. I've never knocked the guy's wrestling. He's an off-putting personality to me, but that's just me. I understand he's popular among the fan base to a certain extent. And for me personally, would I like to see him just go to WWE where I wouldn't have to deal with him as much? Of course I would. I would love that.
I think a change of scenery would do him well too. I when he came out on Dynamite this week, I was just like, oh yeah, he's still here. He just feels like a vestige of another era in AEW, and they tried with him, and it never. Yeah, I always think when you try to push somebody and it doesn't work, that should kind of just be the end, at least for that run. They can come back. Like if Jack Perry wants to come back in 3 or 4 years or whatever, you could try it again. But I always think if you get a push and it doesn't work, having to go back to just being like a mid-carder after being pushed, it feels like humiliating, and it would be like, all right, no, we're good here. Yeah, like
multiple resets.
Right. It's tough.
It's
tough.
He's more over than Anthony Bowens, but they're kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
How many
Bowens
resets
is the guy
are you going to get?
When you've tried a bunch of times and it's still not clicking, you just need a reset. You need some time away.
I think Anthony Bowens is the perfect example of someone who needs to just go somewhere else. And, maybe it'll click different in front of a different audience. And again, it doesn't mean you can't go back. I think Andrade has proved you can fucking bounce.
Yeah.
Look at Jeff Jarrett during the Attitude Era. Like he was working in, every 6 months he'd bounce back and forth. It doesn't mean you can't, and I think that Jack Perry is a stronger pushed and more over version of Anthony Bowens, in that the more these resets and fresh coats of paint don't work and you're still spinning your wheels, the harder it is to then get over, because the fans, you have this stench of failure on you. And that does have a psychological effect on the fans. So
especially when he went back, like there's one thing to like change your character a bunch, and I think there's another thing too to like go back to your original character after you've done another character. That always feels like, ooh, yeah, we're kind of done here, right? Like,
yeah. And I just think that Tony loves the guy, and the other thing is I think the last thing on earth, on this fucking planet, that Tony Khan wants is the CM Punk Jack Perry pick to go out on social media with them with their arms around each other, with maybe holding up a pane of glass saying "real glass," or something like, because they'll do something goofy like that if he goes to WWE, and that is like the last thing on earth that Tony Khan wants. So I think that
I think that's the extent of what they would get though, because that program would die a death on WWE television. Like Punk making references to it, and this crowd not having any idea what's going on.
I'm not even saying they would do a program. I'm saying
just that picture of like real glass and like question mark with these two with their stupid little smiles,
hamming it up. Yeah,
right. You could just see this. You could see the Punk smile, right? Like close your eyes, you see the Punk smile, and you see the Jack Perry smile, and a little pane of glass or whatever, and it's like real glass, ain't it? Yeah.
Tony doesn't want to take that L.
No.
That's a huge L. He's not going to want to take that L. You don't think that kind of thing's a factor, but it is. It absolutely is. And those are the kind of things when you're like the 25th richest man in the world that you can prevent from happening.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah. When you have not even fuck around money, like well beyond that. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Say, you know what? I don't want to deal with that that week on social media. So you know what? Here's
Here's
six figures.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal with it. Here's $600,000 because $600,000 barely means anything
bonus.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah. You could have this up front. Right, exactly. To just prevent that from happening.
Right.
When you own a yacht where you can park other yachts inside of your yacht, you can prevent things like that from happening.
Right. You can prevent a bad day on social media.
When your yacht has a helicopter port, you can yes, right. Exactly.
And then the steel cage match. Is our main event here. Darby Allin, Konosuke Takeshita, and the Conglomeration. My least favorite act in AEW right now, the Conglomeration. Hate all of them. Can't stand any of them. Don Callis family, Andrade, Jake Doyle, Okada, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, MJF. Conglomeration stinks. Like
it's
God, that segment on Dynamite. Yeah, like I was just like, what are we doing here? You know, Roderick having to do the Adam thing again. Kyle O'Reilly doing his bullshit stand-up comedy. Orange Cassidy, that's another dude that I don't know. I'm kind of done with Orange Cassidy as well. And I don't know. I hate man, when they show up, they're fucking backpacks. I'm like, get these losers off my TV. I don't want to see these guys anymore.
Kyle O'Reilly's the guy that you have to, he's in your friend group and you got to pull him aside and you got to be like, listen, Kyle, you're not the funny one.
Right, like, you're not the funny guy.
That's not your role in our friend group. You're not quick enough. You're not clever enough. You're not that guy.
He's the guy that just like gives movie quotes all the time, but they're not. You're like, yes, from Old School. I know. He just quotes Old School and like Happy Gilmore all the time, and you're like, okay, yes, Kyle. Yes.
You gotta have a heart to heart with him. You're like, we like you, and we love you even, but you're not the funny one of the group. Okay, just back. Listen, Ralph is the prankster of our group. You don't have Ralph's energy, Kyle. So you just occupy the space you're comfortable in. And he's looking down at the ground and nodding because he knows. Like Kyle knows.
Yeah, deep down
you're right.
Yeah, deep down.
Yeah, he knows. He's trying to be somebody he's not, and he understands. And he's like, "Yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. I'm sorry. It was just, it's too much. I understand. I was trying. Yeah, I'm trying to carve a niche. You're like, yeah, I know, but that's Ralph's niche.
Right.
You can't.
I just want you guys to like me. And they're like, we like you, Kyle. We like you.
Yeah, we love you. We love you, Kyle. You're a great guy. You're a solid friend. You have great advice, but you're not the funny guy of the group, Kyle. You can't be the funny guy. So, it's the Conglomeration is just it's too goofy for my taste. I know where you're coming from. I don't know if they annoy me quite as much as they annoy you, but
yeah, I'm over it. Yeah,
because I love Mark Briscoe. I can't bury Mark Briscoe.
No, and that's why the segment last week or yesterday on Dynamite where Briscoe wasn't there, they were backstage with Renee. And they were like one by one giving their weird promos, and it just that was like, well, if Mark was there, he could bring it all together and it would have worked. But it was all those guys without Mark, and I think that really it suffered in a big way. They're just they're too dorky and they're too wink wink nudge nudge, and I'm like, you guys are going into a cage match. It's going to main event the pay-per-view. And it's like Roderick Strong's like, I'm never going to forget what you did to my friend Adam. And I was like, fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck off. And then like Orange Cassidy's like, yeah, I'm going to get backpacks for everybody. And then Takeshita, I don't know, we'll have to get a backpack that can fit your title. Yeah. And then Kyle, does his bullshit. Like he's the guy that takes like he's in your like improv, like he takes improv classes and he's just terrible at it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he works his bits on the friend group and everyone's just
yeah.
And he's so here's what I did on improv this week. Like, let me test out you guys, see what you guys think. And we're like, oh god, all right, here we go. It's just not good at all.
Exact energy I was trying to convey.
That's improv energy.
You're not the funny guy of the group. And at improv. Like the other people get mad when they get paired off with him. Like, I'm working with Kyle. And like whenever he's paired off in a group at improv, they always try to make sure he's the straight man as much as possible. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't, but he swears that he can be funny. He swears that he can be funny.
He's been doing the improv class for 8 years. Like, other people graduate and leave and go on to other things. He's just, still at it every Wednesday. Just at it every Wednesday.
That's right. Yeah, it's that's
you
totally
walk into improv and there he is drinking a Sprite as you walk in. You're like, fuck, he's here.
And when you're having that heart to heart with him, you're like, listen, Kyle, like Ralph's the funny. Why don't you just go back to jiu-jitsu class? Just stop with the improv. Just go back.
You were
to
good.
jiu-jitsu
You were
class.
really good at jiu-jitsu. You were really good at it.
You were almost had that brown belt. You were right there. You were doing good in competition. Just go back to jiu-jitsu. You're a young man. You could still do great. You know, you're trying to nudge him back to what his niche is. That's his niche. He's jiu-jitsu class guy. Okay? That's who he is. He's not Ralph's the funny guy. Jim is the pervy guy of the group. Ralph's the funny guy. You know, Nico is the guy who got married young and he already has 6 kids. Kyle, you're the jiu-jitsu guy. That's what you are. That's your lane, dude. You're the single guy who goes to jiu-jitsu and has great sage advice for everybody. You're the guy we go to for advice.
And you might get some giggles during jiu-jitsu class. You know, after jiu-jitsu class, and you guys are, you know, toweling down. You know, you guys are sweaty, and you're kind of sitting there, and you can throw a couple jokes in there every so often. You're not saying you have to be fully like straight man, but the only jokes is a rough go.
Yeah, it's exactly, and that's what he is in the conglomeration too.
Yeah, it's rough.
He's always trying to make faces and bug his eyes out, like he's trying too hard. He's trying too hard.
Yeah, way too hard. But yeah, I was a little bothered by that segment because it's like. And then and then the Don, like, this is supposed to be like the big time steel cage match main event or whatever, and like MJF and Don Callis are just yucking it up with their shirts and stuff. I'm like, I don't know, what do you want me to like? Briscoe tried to put it together at the end, but yeah, I'm not feeling this match. If you can't tell, I'm not feeling this match all that much. I mean, it's going to be probably pretty good, and a bunch of shit's going to happen, and some people are going to really love it, and some people are going to, you know, you and I might go on the show and be like, I don't know, too long, and you know, like it doesn't strike you as one of those matches. It's going to be 45 minutes long. It hits the ring at 10:45, and I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily need this.
Well, the biggest problem with that is we all know Briscoe has to win.
Right. He's getting that match. Yeah, he's getting
that title shot at TNA Redemption. I mean, so he has to win the match. So, I mean, that's the other problem with it. So that's another reason really to not have it go 48 minutes, no matter how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Anyway. That's Forbidden Door. So we'll be, again, live immediately following the show. $10 tier, flagshippatreon.com for a very detailed, the best post pay-per-view review show in the business. Instant reaction live for Forbidden Door 2026. Immediately following the show. Again, $10 tier exclusively at flagshippatreon.com. All right. Let's get to some of these other shows. Then I want to talk some All Japan and G1 stuff. So where should we start? Let's go Night of Champions. Let's go. Hey, no. Hold on. I said Great American Bash. Great American Bash, because that's head-to-head. So if you have a decision to make, everybody listen to this right now. The power is yours to decide which of these premium live events you want to spend your time on. You have AEW Forbidden Door. There's no stories, a bunch of spot fests. You know what I mean? The Outlaw Mud Show, spot fest, 10,000 kickouts, and all this other bullshit that you're going to get on AEW. Or you have NXT The Great American Bash for free on the CW live from the Performance Center. I didn't even realize they didn't even book some bullshit building for this thing. It's in the fucking Performance Center.
Listen. No, they can't draw.
No.
They can't draw. So, I mean, it's going to be in the yeah, absolutely.
They couldn't find the Grady Cole Center, so it's got to be the fucking Performance Center. It can't be the what's that one in Garland, Texas that everybody always runs all the time?
Oh, yeah. I can't remember the name.
Everyone runs there.
Yeah.
It's like Ring of Honor. Every Ring of Honor pay-per-view is from that place in Garland, Texas. What the fuck is the name of that?
That is the house that New Japan Strong built.
Yeah.
That's
Royce Isaacs has wrestled more times in that fucking building. Curtis Colwell Center.
Curtis Caldwell Center. That's right. The Curtis Caldwell Center.
That place runs 100 shows a year. That is the Korakuen Hall of America.
It runs 100 shows that nobody wants to see every year. The Curtis Caldwell Center in Garland, Texas. No, look, they can't draw anymore. Chef Michaels has cooked up a brand that can't sell a ticket, is basically what we're dealing with here. So yeah, it's not good. And here's the other thing. PLE, this is airing on the CW.
Yes.
Remember when everybody got pedantic because we refused to take on the PLE verbiage? And more me than you. I'm
oh no, I hate
very
it.
stubborn about
no,
this.
I hate it. I only use it in like sarcastic terms. Yeah.
And it's like they're like, well, it's not a pay-per-view. It's why they're PLEs, because they're on the streaming service and you've already paid for it. Okay, well, explain why they're still calling these PLEs when they're on free TV on the CW. When you got your rabbit ears out and you're watching the CW this Sunday.
I hope there's not a storm.
Okay,
You're on the roof. You're on the roof. Honey, can you see Saquon Sugars yet? Who is that? I don't know. Yeah, I'll come down. I'll let you know. You know,
Saquon Sugars. Yeah,
NXT
it's like,
guy who owns a house. You know, he owns a house. It's 2 floors,
Yeah.
so he's got to get the big ladder out.
right.
He's got to close the fence gate to make sure the golden retriever doesn't get out or whatever. And he's on the roof going, "Can you see it? Is it on yet?" And his wife, who's holding the baby, is just like, "I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still kind of fuzzy. All right, hold on, one sec. It's just like getting the rabbit ears out for his PLE. I gotta watch the PLE, honey. All right.
Yeah. So I mean,
Fucking garbage.
now listen. If we're being pedantic, I can't call this a pay-per-view now. It's not a pay-per-view.
No, just
Monthly special.
yeah,
I mean,
special event. I just shit is what I call it. So, yeah, what would you call this thing? I don't know.
It's a television special.
Yeah, special.
I-
Yes, NXT's monthly special. I guess we could do.
Yeah. Because they can't sell it anymore.
Nobody wants it. Yeah. No, it's a choice to put it on the CW, not
Hey, a serious conversation. They can't sell these.
Mm-hmm.
They can't sell AAA.
No.
Is this a little under-discussed how they're having trouble?
Yes.
I mean, they're not able to just walk into a room with Mark Shapiro and Nick Khan and just get a pile of fucking $1 billion for this garbage anymore. No one's buying this stuff. What's happening? Have they lost their touch? Is the jig up? Are people seeing through it? I don't know.
The lower rungs are getting nothing. Like the lower rungs are getting absolutely nothing. They're getting now people might say, well, they helped them get the TNA deal. But again, I would like to know the what the TNA deal is.
I mean, they're cutting costs.
Yes. So
and it's like, so that either means, it definitely means the deal wasn't any kind of giant pile of money. It also means the deal could be coming to a conclusion. We are hitting the 6-month mark here. I mean, something's afoot.
Right. But WWE is not going to take one of those deals. Like let's hypothetically, and you and I kind of came to the conclusion that it's probably like a time, not a time buy, but like a revenue share or something like that.
Definitely
it's definitely not a time buy. No, it's a revenue share.
It could be a revenue share. It could be for a tiny amount of money, but it clearly wasn't a game-changing deal. And the tip-off was kind of the short-term contracts that we're signing people to also.
Which many of those are coming due right now. WWE's not going to take one of those deals for NXT. They think we're WWE, so you're going to pay us for our content or whatever. They don't want to drag down
their value.
Right. That. But look at every recent thing that they've launched has basically not been picked up by anybody. NXT left Peacock and then went to the intimate confines of YouTube, and now it's on the CW, which, again, I doubt the CW is paying through the nose to have this air, and I'd love to know the details of that deal. Evolve is on fucking Tubi or whatever. AAA is still waiting there for the TV deal that they desperately want. So, I don't know. I think it is under discussed. We discuss it, but I don't know that anybody else does. That these to them it's like, oh, and I push back on that. I think we talked about it when for NXT. It's like, why does no one's seeing it that they went from Peacock to YouTube to the CW? That's not a good move. Like, those aren't good moves. Peacock was paying them money for these shows, and then when they expired, they went to fucking YouTube because nobody wanted to pay them for these shows.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Everyone's like, oh, well, they decided to put it on YouTube. And it's like, well, did they didn't decide to put it on YouTube. Nobody wanted to fucking buy it, so they put it on YouTube.
Right. You think they are making the choice? No, sir. I will not allow you to purchase this package of NXT Premium. The TKO is doing YouTube on purpose. Come on, man. Come on. They can't sell it. So it's strange, though. It's taking a long time to sell AAA, too, which and that is a hot brand. I mean, they're now look, they sold it in Mexico, which, so they're trying to sell a foreign language product in America. I mean, so it's a little different, but it's just, they're having trouble pawning this stuff off now when previously people were just tripping over themselves to throw money at them.
Well, we talk about this with Tony Khan and Ring of Honor as well, is that I think a lot of times for these TV networks as well, I think when you get in the room with them and say, oh, it's like WWE, but it's this. And it's like, well, why do you guys have more WWE stuff? No, we have NXT. We have AAA. We have, we own them and we do that. So And I think Tony probably deals with the same thing with Ring of Honor as well. If he's trying to actually get a real earnest TV deal for Ring of Honor, it's like, hey, we have this Ring of Honor thing that I own, and it's like, well, okay, we'll pay for more AEW, but we're not going to pay for any Ring of Honor. Who gives a fuck about Ring of Honor? Like, what does that brand mean? And I think WWE is probably running into the same issue, I'd imagine, with trying to, yes, it's us in the room, but we're trying to sell you what is clearly positioned as an inferior product to the main WWE stuff. But
well, Tony had some shitty offers for Ring of Honor allegedly, and again, sometimes it's better not to take that and devalue what you're offering, right? Like I'm sure, like you just said, I'm sure they can get some kind of shitty package for these NXT, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah. They could do a revenue share with some dumb network and be fine with it, but they don't want to. They want real value for these things because that's what they. Yeah, there's a cockiness with them that it's like, no, we're not going to take a bad value, bad
business
deal
anyway, though.
Right?
It's because you don't want to go backwards ever in these sorts of things.
So the CW. Okay, so again, compare and contrast. You can watch either Forbidden Door on Sunday, or you can watch The Great American Bash. Which, by the way, it infuriates me that they use The Great American Bash for these bullshit ass shows. But whatever, it's fine. It's like legacy brand of great wrestling, and it's like and fucking NXT.
Yeah, it is. We don't people like that's something else people don't talk about enough. It's infuriating that this is the Great American Bash with its history and everything.
It's inspired me. I am doing a series, and a couple episodes should drop this weekend, or at least pretty soon. I went back and watched a couple old Great American Bash main events, and I did a show about them too, because it just when I was coming and I was like, God damn it, they're using it again this year, and it just annoyed the hell out of me. At first I thought because they used to use it for a TV show. It used to just literally be an episode of NXT TV, and that infuriated me. But now that it's I hate that the legacy of Tully Blanchard and Dusty Rhodes and the War Games and all that shit. It's just wasted on fucking Terry Funk and Ric Flair, and now Tony D'Angelo versus Naraku. It's like, fuck off. Fuck you,
Court Bauer, can he find a sleazy way to steal the IP like he always does and then save this thing? What are you doing, Court? You got to slip in there and wait for the trademark to expire and steal it like you did War Games,
I know.
Right? Can he get in there and get that done?
Well, Cody's got to have some fucking pride and just continue, because I bet he had it at one point. Remember, Cody was buying up all of Dusty's old things, and then he sold them all back or whatever. I would have had a little bit of pride.
Well, it's the Yankees. You have to just eat their shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's the Yankees, so you have to do that.
You have to let them just desecrate your father's legacy with this bullshit ass show. Yeah.
See, we understand as well as anyone that Cody's a worker.
Yes,
right? Like, he's the ultimate worker. Brian Danielson, Cody taught me how to lie. Like, the guy's he's a worker, and we know that, and he's as full of shit. He grew up in the business. But man, I gotta tell you that they're the Yankees, so you just eat their shit.
Yeah,
quote,
I hated that.
That is really, I lost some respect for him when he said that. That's really some bullshit right there. That's some pussy ass bullshit, if I'm being honest with you. If I could phrase it in the crudest way possible. I mean, that's a bad quote. That's a bad quote.
Yeah, I did not like that either. But all right. So again, reminder that you have the power. Your remote has the power this week.
Yes.
To decide if you're going to pay $49.99 or whatever the fuck for a Forbidden Door, or if you're going to get the rabbit ears out on the roof and watch NXT's The Great American Bash. So the aforementioned Saquon Sugars versus Dion Lennox, Dark State. They've kicked out.
Yep.
Saquon Sugars, right? He's the one that they kicked out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dark State had enough of him. So get the hell out of here.
This is the big grudge match.
Yeah, so the big I'm trying to make sure it was Saquon Sugars they kicked out. Yes, they kicked out Saquon Sugars.
Rich is furiously Googling because
I should have had enough confidence.
And you know why? Because he didn't trust me because he knows I'm not watching this shit either.
Right, so I wanted to make sure.
That wasn't the firmest that I gave him. Like, so he's like, I better keep.
There was a long.
I better keep.
Yeah. But Saquon Sugars.
We were both 78% certain that we had the right guy.
Yeah.
So
we got it. Right. So yeah, he was kicked out of Dark State and he's out for revenge.
He's out.
Saquon for Sugars versus Dion Lennox. Shiloh Hill will face Tristan Angels, and I am not making up any of these names. These are real people.
So Shiloh Hill.
He's like the streamer, right?
Might be my new least favorite. He
cuts those horrible backstage promos, right?
He's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. It's everything. Because I know that like 9% of our listeners have ever watched modern NXT. Shiloh Hill is the epitome of what all of you would absolutely hate in a pro wrestler. Just trust me on that. He's deeply annoying. Deeply annoying. He sucks so bad. I can't take it. Him and Tatum Paxley can both just, hit all of the bricks. Has the captain left us? Oh, the captain's on mute. All right, I gotta take over here. Women's speed title match. It is Ren Sinclair, Mac Tonight, taking on Ariana Grace. So if you're excited about seeing some women's speed title action, you're gonna see it here with the former Maddie Renkowski taking on Ariana Grace. So there you go.
Taking on TNA superstar Ariana Grace. Yeah,
that's right. Back from TNA. Absolutely.
Finishing school. She's ready to go now that she.
It's speed though, 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Are they still 5 minute time limits?
I think they 10 or 5. I forget, but X. They lost the X thing too. They didn't even remember that was an X exclusive. The speed title.
They lost that too. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. They were getting rights fees for the speed title a year or so ago. That ended, I think.
Yep. Macton.
Zarya versus Tatum Paxley.
Oh God, this story.
This is Rich's least favorite. This is all you. I'm stepping away.
Jesus Christ, this sucked. Yeah, this whole thing. So Zarya is a spooky woman who won the title. She beat Sol Ruca. She turned on Sol Ruca, and then she won the title. And now Tatum Paxley is a spooky girl. Why is there so many spooky women in wrestling?
Spooky girls.
Why is so many people spooky? So Zarya's spooky and weird and strange, and then Tatum Paxley is spooky and she's like a ghost or whatever, and she's been stalking Zarya and staring at her from the crowd, and it's like, what is this? Why is everybody spooky? Why do I care about Tatum Paxley? Like, fucking dumb.
I mean, they're all spooky. A lot of spooky.
It's just bad. Chef Michaels. God.
You can head to the Discord Flagship Superfans room right now to see a famous television character's take on all of the spooky women in pro wrestling. So there you go. If you're listening and you want to, if you're a member of the Discord, you can go check that out as Rich opens up the Discord to check out the Superfans room.
I am. Hold on a minute.
And there's a take from a very famous television character on all the spookiness and pro wrestling.
A famous television character.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. How long does it take you to get to this room?
One sec. I gotta.
You don't have my Discord open.
No. Not during the show. Too distracting.
Really?
Way too distracting.
You can't. Okay. All right. Figured that window would always be. Anyway,
That's good. That's good. It's it. All of wrestling. It's just spooky women everywhere.
All right. So moving on.
Okay.
But that feud is the drizzling.
Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, you got to watch the YouTube video to see what it is. It's like Zarya's look like she's seen a ghost, and they've said that like 100 times in the video that I watched because it's just it's so weird. And Tatum Paxley just sits in the crowd and it's like she makes like weird faces and says, "What is this?" Not even for children. Like, this is beyond. Like, children are smarter than this shit.
Yeah, Tatum Paxley and Shiloh Hill can just go away.
Oh God, that segment they had. What was it on the last NXT premium live event?
They encountered each other in the hallway, and it's just it's brutal.
Tatum, I am so happy for you. Oh, I am so happy for you, Shiloh Hill. It's like, what is this garbage? It's terrible. Don't worry, we're back on track here. NXT North America title: Miles Bourne versus Tavion Heights.
Might be good. That might be good.
That's a good match. That could be a good match. Yeah.
Listen, the rest of this might be good.
Yes.
The rest of this could be good. The next match could be really good.
It could be really good. NXT Women's title match: Lola Vice, AAA on Fox (Latin American superstar) Lola Vice. Defending the women's title against Kendall Gray, the prodigy Kendall Gray.
So Lola Vice is one of the better NXT. I guess she's a AAA wrestler. She's the NXT Women's Champion, but she spends a lot of time in AAA. Mm-hmm. One of the better NXT women's wrestlers for sure. Kendall Gray obviously has all the potential in the world and is already pretty good.
Yeah.
So That match could be very good. Rey Mysterio announced on AAA on Fox, parentheses Latin America, that Lola Vice will be defending the NXT Women's title at some point in Mexico, which kind of, I don't know, gives away the finish of this match.
Jesus, come on, Ray.
The continuity is just not great.
Did he really say that?
He did. They did a fake.
Come on. You got Gabe Sapolsky there. Have some fucking pride. If Lola Vice gets successfully, like in the email blast for Evolve, like
yeah. The second night of the swing. If right. Yeah. Even though it's the bigger match that sold more tickets. Right. Because the second night of the swing is always the bigger show in the way Gabe books. So, they did a fake press conference where they're holding the voice recorders in front of them, and just you see a bunch of hands holding phones and voice recorders in front of them.
Bad, yeah.
Yeah, he had a little device coming. He also said a former WWE World Champion is on his way to AAA soon. So that was the other little juicy nugget.
Former WWE World Champion.
Yeah. So work that one out. That could be, listen, it could be Jack Swagger, right? It could be, it's could be.
Is that
variety.
where they're sending Punk? Is Punk? That's where he's finally going. They've had enough.
Maybe he's going down. He'd probably do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, he'd probably enjoy that a lot. But I don't think that's where Punk is going to turn up. But it could be a number of four. It could be Ivan Koloff. It could be Jack Swagger. It could be
Ivan Koloff.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm feverishly Googling. Is Koloff, he's still alive? Ivan Koloff's still alive?
No,
okay. I was going to say, I'm surprised he's still alive. So.
Nah, he has passed on.
Oh, 2017.
Yeah. So, no, that has a chance to be a good. Did you see? I saw this earlier today, just perusing the board. Do you still peruse the board?
They won't let me in the board. I don't know. Every time I log in, it says username not found, and then I've messaged them, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know." Like to admin Tony was just like, "I don't know. That's weird." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I don't. So I never tried again after that. So
the board detectives have worked something out based on a decent pile of evidence. They have determined that via that certain aggregators, okay, have been doing very well-placed and intentional super chats to Dave and Garrett's shows, asking about Kendall Gray so that Dave will talk about Kendall Gray and then they can aggregate it. And they have put together timelines.
I hate this world.
Yeah. This is what the aggregators are stooping to now. They're using super chat. They're spending the $5
so wait,
or
they're
whatever.
super chatting Dave and Garrett.
They're super chatting
a Kendall Gray question so that Dave talks about Kendall Gray and then they can aggregate Dave talking about Kendall Gray.
Yes, because they have matched when those super chats have been sent.
I want to die. I don't like this.
To the ensuing aggregation of the answers to the questions, and it's always like a couple hours later. So the theory is the aggregators are now using super chats to give themselves content because they know Dave will then answer the super chat. How about that?
I hate it.
How about that for some 4D chess?
Bravo to those detectives. Bravo to the detectives, though.
Yeah, they've put it together. And they actually got Dave to say, I promise not to answer any more fake Kendall Gray questions.
There it is. I love it. Yeah.
So Dave was convinced by the evidence that is, in fact, what could be happening. So,
well, and he's probably thinking, too, like, I don't want to. Anytime I talk about Kendall Gray, it causes a whole fucking thing. So it's probably best that I don't anymore. So,
yeah. They did ask Kendall Gray about it, some interviewer, and she had a very diplomatic answer to the whole. She could be the best women's American.
Oh, okay.
Wrestler
Yeah.
Her answer was fine. She's like, "Oh, I saw that, and hopefully I can attain that level."
Yeah. Yeah, what's she supposed to say? Like, no way. I'm not going to be as good as half of these women. Like that. You don't want that answer either. So, yeah, you want the diplomatic answer.
She could have buried Dave. I mean, she could have.
She probably didn't want to.
Probably doesn't know who he is.
No, she's 22 years old. She has no idea who Dave Meltzer is, probably.
All right. So,
I don't know if she's 22. She's like 24 or something like that, I think. So.
Yeah.
She's young. Very young.
I don't think she was running to the mailbox for her observers on Thursday afternoons.
I don't think she was. I don't think she was a Steve Beverly subscriber either, because I don't think she was born yet. So
she wasn't duking it out with DC Sniper on the board all those years. She was,
She wasn't reading the newest Babin sack on the.
She wasn't peeping that new Babin sack. No.
She was born in 2001. She's 25 years old. So this is like We're talking like this is like 2011 board stuff. She was 10.
Yeah, it's like 2007 board stuff. Like,
right.
She's in kindergarten. So no, definitely not. That's when Alex Marvez was still featured on the header of the website.
Yes. His little picture, his little head.
Oh, and yet contributed nothing.
As per usual. Yeah.
Yeah. Stealing money, Alex Marvez. Started a long time ago, people. It started a long time ago.
All right, and then the NXT title match here to round out the Great American Bash. The build to this match was the entire night they were telling you that Tony D'Angelo was not going to be in this match because he went to go sign a contract to face Naraku in this NXT title match, but then he opened the contract and a fireball engulfed his face.
Yeah. And
the payoff was he just came back and he had tape all over his face. So
yeah. Well,
he's going in at a disadvantage. Does Naraku? How is Evil just in NXT? Do you ever sit like how is Tetsuya Naito just in Noah and he just wrestles in Noah and nobody cares? And how is Evil just in NXT? Like you watch NXT and then you're like, that's fucking Evil.
Yeah, we all just shrug our shoulders like, this is normal.
That's Takeaki Watanabe. Is in NXT and his name is Naraku. What the fuck is happening?
And he's just doing the evil act with a different name. I'm going to ask you a question that I already know the answer to, but for posterity, I'm going to ask you.
Sure.
Did you see the number one contender match between Naraku and Mason Rook?
Believe it or not, I missed that one. Yeah.
All right. I watched it. Okay. I did my homework and I did watch Naraku take on Mason Rook a few weeks. I can't even say this.
That's like the lesbian that ant guy, right? That's the British guy that looks like a lesbian ant. Yeah. Okay. What his name used to be? Will Cruz. Will Cruz. Aunt Jackie or whatever. You're like, oh.
He looks like your aunt who brings her friend to Thanksgiving. Yes, that's who he. But
and you're too young to understand it, so your parents get really weird. They like
friend.
Explain it in the weirdest way possible.
But they don't explain it. You just get old enough to where you figure it out.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I have an Aunt Kathy who would bring a friend to Thanksgiving every year. And when I turned like 13 or 14,
wait a minute.
it clicked in my head. I'm like, oh, okay. This is not her friend.
Yeah, I had an uncle that was that way too. And I was like, hey, he's got some really cool friends that always come. He's got new friends all the time. That's really cool. This guy's got a lot of friends. And yeah, it was like, later on in life, I figured out. I was like, all right, I see what he's doing. Well, good for him. And I respected him a little bit more after that. So
your parents are like your parents are weird about it and don't want to explain it to you, but you just figure it out when you're like 13 or 14. That's how that always goes. But Naraku took on Mason Rook in the number one contender match, and the thing about Naraku is he is presented like evil, and who's the dopey announcer in NXT? Not
you got to be more specific. Oh,
the play-by-play guy.
What's his face? Vic Joseph.
Vic Joseph makes all these little he makes these evil puns all the time. Like it's so stupid. Just call him evil, right? So but the thing is, he's wrestling like an NXT trainee. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. He's smart. He knows.
He's doing the NXT house style, heavyweight male house style, which is very different from the NXT women's house style, which is like everyone wrestle like Ricochet and Will Ospreay did 10 years ago, or at least try. The men's heavyweight style is very like plotting and basic and slapping on holds. And every now and then you do like a flashy power move. He's wrestling like that now. And it's so weird to watch because you can see him holding back. Because say whatever you want about the House of Torture or Evil, he can work.
Oh, the guy
he's
can
a good
work.
wrestler.
Yeah, he's a good worker.
He's a good wrestler, but he's clearly holding back. And Mason Rook, they're trying to give him a big push based on the idea that he's this enormous man who blew us away when we saw him in Noah. Like, holy, what the fuck is this guy, right? Because he does all these flippy doos, even though he's like almost 400 pounds. They haven't changed him at all. Like, he's doing all of that shit, but Naraku, very stripped down version of Evil, very stripped down. So it's the number one contender match sucked. They had like someone come down and interfere, the typical fucking bullshit. It wasn't any good. And anyway, he'll take on Tony D'Angelo. So
he could win the title too. I kind of thought that they did this fireball thing, and Tony D'Angelo's going into the match, even though one of his eyes is like missing. That was implied that this man is missing an eyeball, but he's not going to miss NXT the Great American Bash. They might be setting up for Naraku to win this fucking title.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. A little too soon. What are we doing? Who cares?
Who cares?
All right, maybe he'll win it.
Right.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know. Tony D.
You're
won
trying
the
to
belt.
earnestly break down the NXT World Championship lineage. And
Well,
be
isn't
like,
that what we're supposed to do? Like,
yes.
like we're supposed to do that. But then I feel stupid when I do it. Like, I'm really gonna break down who's gonna, like, does it make any fucking difference whatsoever? It doesn't. So I don't know what the fuck Chef Michaels is gonna cook up here. I don't know what George Carroll has up his sleeve. I don't know, man. Maybe Naraku will take it. I have no idea. So we'll just have to. I was gonna say tune in, but we will not. We'll just have to when we have time on Tuesday afternoon fire this up.
Yeah. Oh God, this is one that I'm gonna have to watch like quickly because this is the NXT the Great American Bash. The fact that I have NXT and TNA to watch because neither now I don't know which one to pick as my. Oh God, it's Thursday. I better fucking watch this thing, and then I spend all day watching this bad show and then come here and record it. And like, I got to figure, so I probably just have to watch it on like Sunday night or I'm not going to watch it Sunday night, but like Monday morning or so I got to get out of the way quickly. I cannot delay and leave that for a Thursday because that's probably.
What about an instant reaction live? That'd be the fastest method of all. Oh no, it's the same time.
No, we can't. Yeah, we can't.
Drats.
Yeah, darn.
Yeah.
Well, we could also just skip. I mean, we have the link out there and we promoted it a lot, but we can just skip the Forbidden Door and do Instant Reaction Live for.
We could switch it up, you mean?
Great American Bash. Yeah.
Switcheroo, pull a fast one.
Yeah.
I don't think that would go over very well.
I don't think so either. No.
That might be the most unpopular thing we ever.
The worst thing we did. Other than, in the pantheon of terrible things, not liking the All-In main event.
Right. This would be way worse, pulling a bait and switch on these two shows. Be way worse.
Saying that Brochachos sucked and we lost a lot of subscribers then, but
well,
a lot of them have come back since then.
A lot of them have seen the light.
Yeah. This would be pretty that'd be pretty rough. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be like the class. Like a couple times we tried to do WWE instant reaction stuff for non-WrestleMania things. We just like lose subscribers.
We would literally lose subscribers.
Like, nobody new would join, and 3 people would leave.
Yeah, we would try hey, let's try SummerSlam, and it would be a net loss of subscribers. Right. It's like that's not how this is supposed to work. It's supposed to draw subscribers. Yeah.
So no, I think we'll stick with Forbidden.
So if you're wondering why we don't do that, I mean, there's people, they're like, fuck this, and they X out. They don't want to
literally unsubscribe. I want to give you less money, because. All right, so we can, if we wanted to, we could do an Instant Reaction Live for WWE Night of Champions 2026. I am planning on washing my hair this afternoon on Saturday afternoon, so that might be out. But hey, we'll talk about it from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We're not going to do it. WWE Night of Champions from the lovely Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's like the Freedom Arena, or what the fuck is this arena? They have it every time they run these things. It's a new place I've never heard of before.
Building.
Like, where do they make these buildings? Well, I know where they make the buildings. I know how they make the buildings, but the Kingdom Arena. What the fuck is the Kingdom Arena? I feel like they've never run the Kingdom Arena before, but whatever. Fine. Sure. I guess they have. SmackDown and the Night of Champions last year was at the Kingdom Arena. I don't know. Every time they run Riyadh, it's in a different fucking place. Whatever. Queen of the Ring. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Joe, who will be the Queen of the Ring?
Well, thankfully, Liv is healthy and ready to go after Sol Ruka nearly took out her ACLs on that house show. But that's brutal. Oh, my God. I have no feel for this.
No, who knows? Who knows?
It doesn't. It's probably better story-wise to put it on Liv.
Yeah.
But,
Who cares? Jey Uso versus Obafemi. I do care about this one because this is an interesting. This is like, come on. There should be no question here, but there's absolutely a question here.
Absolutely a question. This should just be Obafemi beating this guy in like 48 seconds on his way to a feud with Roman Reigns, right? That's just what they should do.
Right. You should have Jey Uso's head on a stake and point the head on a stake to Brock Lesnar and say, this is you next at SummerSlam.
Yeah. And this is kind of the story they're telling too. Like that's the whole basis of this story, where Oba has flat out said to him in promos, like, you're not even the bloodline guy I think about. Like, you're just an obstacle in my way right now. So, but who knows? They might do something stupid here, and Levesque might just say, well, you shouldn't take it too seriously.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're probably taking this too seriously. We should just, sit back and enjoy the show. So
those are the words of a nervous man.
Yes,
is what that is. When you say, you shouldn't take this seriously. You take it. People are too serious about this. We're just out there having fun, slinging it around like Brett Favre. No, people want to take it seriously, dude. Like, that sounds like such a cover for him knowing that they're slipping creatively. It was a really bad quote, but
he's good at that. He's a very bad quote guy.
He's so bad with the quotes. He shoots himself in the foot so much.
He's really not good at them at all. Yeah. He just gets so bothered so quickly and so easily.
He's gotten to. He's so gotten to. And that's been his whole life. He's been gotten to, though. I was just watching. It just auto played on YouTube an interview with Kevin Nash talking about his feud with CM Punk, and how, remember that the match never happened between Nash and Punk because Triple H took the match.
Yeah,
do you remember all that?
Of course, yeah.
So
text and message. Sure Triple H told me to stick him or whatever the fuck, and then it was like,
I'm sure a lot of people know the story already, but it's like Nash said, it was the Vince told him, when you go out to the ring with Punk, you're not allowed to speak. Like, this is just, we're letting Punk unload. We're trying to feed off of the pipe bomb thing, all that shit, whatever the case was at that time. So he just had to stand there while Punk said all this crazy shit about him. Like, I thought I thought you were dead, and then he starts going off on Triple H. If Paul will ever get his balls out of Stephanie's purse and all this. So he gets to the back and then Paul pulls him aside and he says, you're out of the match. And he's like, wow, I'm not wrestling the match. He's like, you're not wrestling the match. I'm wrestling him and I'm beating him. I'm beating him in the center of the ring. This has been Levesque his whole life. Yeah. He's just so easily gotten to. He had to assert himself in that situation because he didn't like a line that Punk had in a promo. So he had to make sure that he beat him on camera.
Right. Yeah, and the end result of the Money in the Bank 2011 and the pipe bomb of CM Punk defeating John Cena and winning the world title is Triple H versus Kevin Nash on pay-per-view.
Right. After all of that, because one line in a promo made him look bad in his eyes to the fans, and so he had to redeem himself on camera. This is the same guy who wouldn't let gaming magazines print photos of him selling in a video game. And that's a shoot. That's a real story.
That's a real thing. Yep.
Like, you can't put photos of me selling in the video. You can't have me being pinned in the video game in the photos you show in your magazine. Like, this guy. So he's feeling the heat from the criticism of the creative for the first time in his run. And the way he's handling it is, just have fun when you watch. Don't take it seriously. It's an escape. Come to a show. You'll have a great time. Don't think about it too much. He's not a mentally strong guy.
Well, also simultaneously saying we don't really listen to the fans. It's one of the, and right. He does the Nick Khan thing too. We don't listen to the fans. We just we have to do our own thing. We can't listen to the noise. There's a lot of noise out there, a lot of social media noise, and but then also say, just enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. Don't say anything about it. So
yeah.
Okay. So we don't know what anybody's saying, but anybody that is saying anything bad, just don't say anything bad. Just enjoy the show. But it's not.
So watch it. So the bottom line is, let's see if they do something stupid.
I think instead of like me saying, you put Obafemi beats him in 48 seconds, puts his head on a stake, points at Brock Lesnar, says I'm going to face Roman Reigns at SummerSlam or whatever, and then whatever. No, what's going to probably happen is Brock's going to come in and distract Obafemi, and Jey Uso's going to win, and then we're going to have Jey Uso versus Roman at SummerSlam for a first time ever matchup, I believe, of Bloodline members. Jey Uso. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can't discount anything with these guys. The easiest story is often the one that they don't tell. So we'll see. Yeah. Women's United States title match: Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. First time ever match. They have been doing this match for like a year now.
Yeah.
Right. Like they did this match at SummerSlam last year, if I remember correctly, and we're doing it again. So okay, great. I can't wait to watch Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill fight yet again for the United States title. So
you see SGT Slaughter?
Yep.
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Vis
again,
Sarah. Yeah.
Not exactly waiting by the mailbox, looking at her watch, waiting for the mailman to bring the Observer.
No, probably not somebody who in the schoolyard would be like, if you saw Sergeant Slaughter, he used to be a bump machine. Let me tell you, correcting people when they
SGT Slaughter. I mean, even if you've never heard of Sergeant Slaughter.
How do you not know Sergeant? How do you not know SGT is Sergeant? Yes, Sergeant Pepper. Yeah. Yes, SGT
what are we
Slaughter.
doing? What are we doing?
It's incredible. So
he
good.
said the letters.
Yeah. Ooh, Ricky Steamboat. I know him. And she points to Ricky Steamboat or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, you don't know the shorthand for sergeant?
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Really the issue here. Not that
I
she
agree.
didn't know.
I agree. Not that she doesn't know who Sergeant Slaughter is, because I don't. Yeah, it's fine.
She's like 20, whatever. But SGT?
SGT Slaughter.
He's wearing military fatigues. Right. You can't figure this out?
Maybe she's actually really woke and she's one of those stolen valor people that gets mad at Sergeant Slaughter. So she refused to call him by his. Oh, okay.
He's wearing fatigues.
Right.
And you can't work out what SGT stands for. What is happening?
It's rough. It's rough. Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Also, someone's got to save her on that, too. Someone's got to edit that and say, it's Sergeant, by the way. Do you want to run that
why
back?
would you? That's gold.
I know it's gold. I know. It just, it feels like if you're working for the company, you kind of, well, I guess.
Yeah, but you would have never seen the clip if she did. If they cut it out,
true.
It's
we're talking about it right now. So.
We're talking about it. We're talking about it right now. We all saw the clip. It got passed around. Honestly, I'm surprised she knew who Ricky Steamboat was.
Yeah, I imagine Steamboat hangs around the PC a lot, or hung around the PC a lot when she was still there. So
maybe, but isn't Sergeant Slaughter more famous than Ricky Steamboat?
Not
by a wide margin, right?
Yeah, but not to her though.
I would think just to the general public.
But I don't think. No, I don't think so. I think Ricky. What? Here's the thing with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. They probably show that fucking Macho Man Steamboat match on the TVs
They probably
all
made
the time.
them watch it 1,000 times
yes.
in NXT practice. She knew Junkyard Dog.
Yeah, maybe she was a Mid-South fan. So she didn't know Slaughter. She wasn't watching AWA or any of that shit.
Yeah.
She was watching her Mid-South tapes.
It closed 25 years before she was born.
Oh, no, they're tapes. Maybe she was watching the tapes on YouTube.
That's true. They got that library. Rob Naylor was pounding it on. You got to watch this Mid-South.
I think Rob Naylor was fired 10 years before she was there. Yeah. I think she was 8 years old when Rob Naylor worked in NXT. So. But if she was still there, Rob would have been making her watch all that shit. Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. He's like, you got to study Dark Journey. You know, that would.
That's how you bump right there.
Right.
Watching Sid and Dark Journey all day at the PC. But anyway, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, first time ever matchup. Can't wait to see what happens there. Trick Williams, Ricky Saints for the U.S. title.
All right, so I've been waiting for a chance to talk about this.
By the way, how many matches are on this? The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, they are getting rich here, man. This is a loaded show.
They don't get the 4-match Levesque special.
No.
Levesque hands them a run sheet with 4 matches, and they just slide it back across the table. They're like, what is this? Where's the rest of the card? And then Levesque goes, oh, yeah, we're still scratching the back of his neck like Ken Kennedy, and he's like... Yeah, it's a work in progress, the wrestling. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the show? Yeah.
Do you guys like NXT? I've got Trick Williams, and then he fucking throws some more matches on there. I've been waiting to talk about this. You couldn't be a colder wrestler than Ricky Saints is on this main roster.
Yeah.
And it is all of their own doing again, because if you go back in time to when he was just sitting in limbo, right? Where Tony Khan would get asked at every presser where Ricky Starks is, and Tony Khan, I love Ricky.
I love to have Ricky back on AEW.
I love Ricky. I would love, and we all knew that was never going to happen, and they were timing out the deal and everything, and then he lets him go a little early. If you remember that time period, among the WWE fans, Ricky Starks had become like this mythical hero. We can't wait for Ricky Starks.
Tony fumbled.
Be great.
Tony fumbled.
It's right. I'm getting to that. So we can't wait. He's going to be, he's going to cook when he gets here in WWE and all of this. And finally, he gets released like a couple of months early. And naturally, what they should have done, right, what would have worked like a charm, is if he just would have shown up on Raw or SmackDown while Cody was cutting a promo And then you do a match later in the night. And of course, Cody goes over. But the pop he would have gotten from those WWE fans, if he would have shown up on Raw or SmackDown that week he was released, would have blown the fucking roof off. And if you don't believe me, go back and read all the tweets. This was like, people couldn't wait for this guy to show up. And what did they do? Instead of that, they debuted him on NXT on the CW where he was like in the crowd or whatever. And that still got a little, decent reaction or whatever, but it's NXT, right? And then he signs his contract the next week. They make a big deal out of getting him in there, but then he just dies on the vine. And then, like you said, the Tony fumbled chants. Every time the guy wrestled, those fans would chant, Tony fumbled, right? But then he just died on the vine for a year. For a year in NXT.
It's been that long. I know. It's from day one. They didn't know his name.
Right. They didn't even give him a name for like
Booker,
3 weeks.
You know who that is. Oh, right. I know who that is, Vic. And it's like, who is it? They didn't have his name.
And then then he signs the contract. They give him a name, and then they just cool him off. He stays in NXT for a year, totally cools off. No one cares anymore. He's not the hot jump anymore at this point. He was going to be the hot jump. And instead, they sent him to NXT for a year. And then what do they do, Rich? When they bring him to the main roster, what do? They have him interrupt a Cody promo and lose to Cody later that night on SmackDown. But it was too late.
Right. They should have done it 11 months ago. Late.
They should have done it a year earlier. And he would have looked like... because that was during a period where it's like they would have saw that as a big win over AEW and Tony Khan. And he would have been, who knows what would have happened, but he would have looked like one of the biggest stars in the world if they would have just done that on night one. Instead, they waited a year and then did the fucking angle anyway. And it wasn't even a fraction of as hot as it could have been. And now he's one of the coldest wrestlers in the company because nobody gives a shit because they saw him in NXT for a year doing a whole lot of nothing with Ethan Page and Trick Williams and all these guys. They blew it. When they had something that could have been hot right out of the gate if they just put him right with Cody to begin with. And the argument of, well, you don't want to copy the way AEW debuted him. They ended up doing it anyway a year later.
It's just a year later when it was cold as fuck.
The obvious thing, the most obvious thing in the world was just to copy that angle. And they ended up copying it again anyway a year later. So now you have what you have. An ice-cold mid-carder who is going to lose this match. And he should because he's not over. And Trick is over. So, they're playing off the NXT history and all that, but it doesn't matter.
Nobody cares.
So this is another incredible example of Levesque just blowing something easy. That couldn't have been easier. That debut was on a fucking platter, and they sent him to NXT for a year. I mean, that's just, that's Tom Dreamer level fucking incompetence. It's just bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you brought up the quote for people that didn't, you talked about it on Flagship Plus. The Tommy Dreamer quote about Santana is just incredible. That, like, I didn't have Santana win it. We'll get there. Yeah, that's true. We're going to get there at Slammiversary. It's just unbelievable. It's like, Tom, what are you talking about, man? But yeah, the Saints thing is wild. And yeah, he and you can feel the lack of confidence that he has now. And that's a guy who, he can wear, he wears it on his face. Yes, he does. And you could tell that this dude just knows he's just fucking sputtering and doing nothing here. So yeah, it sucks, but that's what they do. Hey, speaking of another guy that they completely lost all the momentum on, Braun Breaker will be facing Seth Rollins in a steel cage match. I mean, this is another guy, too, that I know he got hurt, but it's a classic example of they're always waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and he's not ready, and it's not the time, and they're not ready, and there's not the time. Dude, the time is just when it is. When people have that fucking momentum and that wave of momentum and they're right, just fucking do it. Just do it. It's this. Everybody in this business gets so fucking scared now to just ride a wave of momentum. If something happens, if something's hot, if you luck into something, you just gotta fucking do it. Like you said, Ricky Saints falls into your lap. All right, you know what? Whatever plan we had, who cares? This guy's hot right now. He's a big commodity. He's popular on social media. We might not have a 1-year plan for him, but let's have him debut against Cody, and then we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Braun Breaker's another guy where it's just they're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and this guy has been on television for 8 years now at this point. I mean, God, when did he debut? Like 2021, 2020, somewhere around there. So he's been around for like 6 years on television. He's been on the main roster for a bunch of years now. The longer guys are just dudes and just on the roster and just part of the fucking fodder, it's so much harder to say, okay, now you have to care about this guy. Okay, now this guy is a star. Oh, now this guy is, and that's why all their fucking stars are the same guys that have been there forever and ever and ever, or guys that have to leave and come back and return from AEW. Those are the stars. It's just, the Braun Breaker thing, and I don't think Braun Breaker's like a great wrestler, but the guy had something. The guy still does have something, but it's like the longer you wait and the longer you wait for his turn and, oh, it's his time now. It's just forever and ever and ever. And the longer he's just a dude, it's going to be harder to make him into a star. So I don't know. It's like, yeah, sure, he'll beat Seth Rollins here. Who fucking cares, you know?
They just, I don't know. There's a bit of arrogance that goes with a lot of this, with all of these guys.
And hey, we're going to talk about somebody here in a minute too that I think they've blown it on too. But
yeah, and I think they feel like, oh, if we push them too soon, we don't want them. You know, they have to pay their dues. This is the big time. There's a lot of that goes into some of these decisions. But
also, Paul Levesque's just a fucking terrible booker. I mean, and let's get to the main event here. We're undisputed WWE title triple threat match: Cody, Sami Zayn, and Gunther. Gunther retired John Cena. Right? Yeah. He retired John Cena. It doesn't get any bigger than that. That in the pantheon of this company, that's a one-of-one guy. Right? In the current history that this company tells, there is almost nobody bigger than John Cena. Right? Hulk Hogan is not bigger than John Cena in the current telling of WWE history. The Rock is not bigger than John Cena in the current telling of WWE history. Nobody is. Maybe Triple H. He's pretty close. Maybe 1A to him. But like John Cena's the one of one. He is the guy. He is the top star that this company has ever had. And you have an opportunity to retire this guy. You tell a terrible story in the lead up. A nothing happening, thrown together fucking tournament that nobody gives a shit about. Gunther wins in a very shocking match that's not very good. And the follow-up is... We're waiting. I don't know. Fucking just nothing. This guy sucks. This guy's a terrible booker. It's, and I don't know. He might win the title here, but I mean, they had something. I mean, you told one of the biggest stories you can tell in your company, in the entire history of your company. This guy retiring John Cena, and you have no ideas what to do for him for the next 6 months.
Go off, King.
What is this? Like, and not enough. And there's never
nothing,
any criticism.
None.
Ever.
Well, there's a little now. He's getting.
It's getting there.
There's a little now. Yeah, it's bad. He never has a follow up.
So I don't know.
Just make the moment. Say you're making a moment.
Yeah,
make a moment. You know.
Yeah, they talk about all these fucking moments, and he'll do these interviews, and he'll be like, "Oh, this Sunday the show's gonna transform WWE as we know it," and then like nothing happens, and it's just a normal ass show, and it's like, well, what transformed? Like, what are you talking about, buddy? But it doesn't. Yeah. He speaks this big game about all these big stories they're telling, these monumental moments they're telling, and it's like, really, they don't tell that many stories. They don't have that many moments. It's just kind of.
Hold on now. Pump the brakes, sir. I don't know if you saw Lyra Valkyria turn on its Bailey.
Oh, I did. I know.
But that is going to be...
I could not believe it, Joe. After
the feud of the year.
3 years of them having tension, I couldn't believe what I saw there.
Now, but now the other one is the heel, and the other one is the babyface.
Oh, it's crazy.
This guy is so bereft of ideas. He just... We're going to do the same feud we've been doing. We're just going to flip the fucking, babyface heel alignment, and it'll feel fresh. So... They weren't caw. They weren't doing that anymore for Lyra. Like her yeets kind of fizzled out.
Oh, and we called that one.
Of course we did.
Everyone like, she's got a lot of potential to be a star.
She's one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. No, she's got a yeet, and you like waving your hands and going caw. She's fucking. She's 1988 Coco Beware. Stop it, right? Like, and you knew
she
that
couldn't lace Coco's boots. Stop.
A level of push, level of star power, So and it's like, and here we are. She went nowhere. Nice little wrestler. They don't know what the fuck to do. She already feuded with It's Bailey, but now It's Bailey's a babyface again.
Right.
So now they had her. Now she'll be the heel, and It's Bailey will be the babyface.
And then they did the thing where after the turn, they Jackie Redmond's following her, and they're saying, "What happened out there? What did we see?" And then she just stares and walks away. They're like, "I have no real."
Yeah.
I can't tell a story. I'm going to do a You People promo, or I'm just going to not say anything because I don't have an idea.
It's just going to run back. I'm doing the Jey Uso finger.
Run it back.
They're just going to run back the same fucking feud is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And they're just going to flip the alignments on them.
We got a bloodline, and then we have Lyra Valkyrie as the heel against It's Bailey the babyface. Yeah.
Can she be an evil bird? Like a fucking... What would be an evil bird? Like a vulture or something?
A crow or a vulture, yeah. Raven. Ravens are kind of evil.
Edgar Allan Poe bullshit she can do, right?
Hey, Joe, who's winning this undisputed WWE title triple threat match? Cody, Sammy, or Gunther? Are we going to be, 7 years too late to the Sami Zayn win? Not 7. God. What was that? That thing was 2022?
No, like 3 years. 3 years.
Was it 3 years? Okay.
2 years, 3 years. I don't know. They don't like it. Their fans don't like him anymore.
No.
They don't like Sammy. They don't like that he's pushed. Like, to be fair, he's been there forever. Like, yes. I kind of get it on one hand.
I get it.
Like,
I kind of don't really want to watch Sami Zayn wrestle either anymore. But
new blood and all of that. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, Cody is going to come out of this with the belt. I don't think they're going to do a big title switch and Riyadh building number 4. Riyadh Bodymaker number 2. I don't think is going to get this.
Probably not.
This big title switch. So
all right, that's Night of Champions. So
Night of Champs. Can't wait.
All right, we got to get to this.
When am I going to watch all this shit?
I don't know. It's such a fucking packed weekend. Yeah, and then we have Slammiversary. How about you do Slammiversary on Flagship Plus? I think that's a great idea.
Why are you trying to pawn that off?
I don't want to watch it. That's why.
Man,
do you?
Just out with it. I mean, I want to see the new and improved TNA.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, with
new booking and
what's it, Eric Tompkins or whatever taking over. And
did they name a successor?
Yeah. What's this guy's name? It's like a dude who I don't think really wanted the job. It was like, let me see.
Well, who would what? This is like we said last week. This is a terrible job. Like it's just you're doomed. You can't win. Who is he? Just some fucking...
Yeah, so his name is Eric Tompkins, and he's just like some production guy that they're probably like, here you go. This is your new job. And he's like, oh.
Did he at least book Invicta or anything for them? Like,
no, I don't think so. Tompkins was TNA's vice president of TV production, and now he's going to collaborate with Delirious on the booking of TV.
You know, this Delirious is something else. He just always deflects the heat, huh?
Yeah.
Because when this goes poorly, this Tompkins is going to be looking
be the
for
fall
work.
guy. Yep.
And Delirious is just like, you ripped my mask. And he's just going to take no accountability because someone else is, he's going to be pointing at Tompkins. This guy here. Santana, Mike Santana, Ricky Sosa. He's pointing to Tompkins.
Yeah.
And he's gonna pull it off again, is what he's gonna do. I mean, he's going to get away with it.
He can't keep getting away with this, yet he keeps doing it. Yeah.
He's going to keep getting away with it. Yeah. Knockouts title. Elegance brand. He's pointing at Tompkins. Tompkins,
It's fucking Tompkins. Yeah, I didn't want to do it. It was Tompkins' idea. Yeah.
Yes. And then they'll bring in some other fucking stooge, and it'll just rinse repeat. You can't book this roster. What are you going to do?
Yeah, like Eric Tompkins has any good ideas for these idiots? Yeah.
Maybe he's some booking savant. Maybe he,
I always said I want new voices, and he's a new voice.
Here's a new voice. Yeah. To the best of our knowledge, he's a new voice.
Did he book Invicta? I don't think he booked Invicta.
No, maybe he has some experience. I don't know. Maybe he was putting together the Invicta cards, for all we know. It's possible.
It is. I don't think so.
But what are you going to do with a roster like this? I mean, there's two things you can do. There's two things, and I keep repeating them, and they keep not doing it. And that's push Leon Slater and push Ricky Sosa. That's all you can do. What else you going to do? Well, AJ Francis. Push AJ Francis.
Honestly, yeah. I'm down.
I mean, what you don't do is keep putting Nick Nemeth in world title matches. I mean,
I can't believe he's in the main event of this fucking show again. What the hell are we doing? Fucking Nick Nemeth. Yeah, Mike Santana versus Nick Nemeth is your TNA world title match. Who could possibly care? Who?
I mean, I want to see if it's a good match.
It'll be fine.
I mean, I don't really want to see if it's a good. I mean, I have to watch it, so I'm curious if it'll be a good match. The ticket sales didn't really pick up significantly, right? They're still chugging along.
Let me see the latest. Yeah, let me see the latest because I gotta get to WrestleTix anyway because we gotta talk about them a little bit later. Yeah, let me double check. Last I saw, no, they're still chugging along here on Sunday afternoon because they had to move their show a bunch of times because Forbidden Door and whatever. All right, let's see here. Slammiversary.
You think Tony's fucking with him, or he didn't even? I don't even think.
I don't think he even. No,
I don't think he's paying attention.
No, You think he's looking for when Slammiversary is and booking his show against it?
Yeah. I mean, that's a nice little side benefit. He probably thinks, but I don't think it's. Yeah, he's gonna do what's best for him.
All right, latest update 4 hours ago from WrestleTix. 2,578 in the Agganis Arena in Boston, Mass. For this one, so
okay. Last time they had a pay-per-view in that part of the country, didn't they do like 7,000?
Yeah.
That was Bound for Glory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. Well, you don't have the drawing power of a Bully Ray on this one. So I understand. The problem is Tom Dream never got Mike Santana over competently. And if he just would have crowned him in New York, maybe Mike Santana would be a competent draw right now. But Tom Dream decided to pull the rug out from everyone and have Mike Santana win the title on the following pay-per-view at Bound for Glory. Inexplicable decision. And I talked about this behind the paywall on Flagship Plus, but his excuse was that he didn't feel like Mike Santana had any challengers ready at that time, which, yes, if you're sitting there scratching your head and wondering, that was, in fact, Tommy Dreamer's job to have challengers ready for the new champion. So it's an awful excuse. And then he tried to claim that because Bound for Glory drew more fans, that he had made the right decision. When, again, if you're over there scratching your head thinking, but wait a minute, wasn't the Team 3D retirement and the Hardys the final time and all? Wasn't that the drawing match? Yes, you are correct. That was the drawing match for Bound for Glory. And you probably don't even know what the Mike Santana, was it another three-way with Joe Hendry? Was it a match with True?
Who could say? Who knows?
Yeah, because the main event, the real main event and the drawing match was the tag team match. And Tom Dream is trying to sell you a bill of goods and tell you that it was his master stroke of booking genius to draw more fans for Bound for Glory, when the fact is, whether Mike Santana was on that show or not, that show would have drawn exactly the same amount of fans that it drew otherwise. Right. So just a collection of stupidity in that quote from Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, and we talked about how so many bookers these days just cannot ride a wave of momentum. Like Santana, it was obvious that was the moment. That was the time.
Yeah.
It's in his hometown. It's his building. The crowd's going nuts. Like, he was the guy at that time. There was a wave of momentum.
7,000 people were there, if you want to believe that number, to see it happen. That was the time to do it. They were there for the crowning of Mike Santana. And by not doing it on that show, you may have let all of the potential air out of the balloon to where now he doesn't really mean anything. Would that have kickstarted some massive Mike Santana is one of the top stars in America now run? Maybe not.
Yeah, probably not, but we'll never know.
That was your chance to find out, though,
right.
To crown him then, and to have challengers ready for him that you could have built on that undercard or built up on TV or had come out and beat him up after he won, whatever you wanted to do. This excuse of we didn't have any challengers ready.
It's your job, brother.
That's your job, sir. That is your responsibility. That's why you got fired. Because you didn't do those things. And nobody liked you. And the TV show was garbage. And you're doing these awful intergender storylines that are just terrible, bad comedy. That's why you're gone. Just no accountability. I'd have more respect for him if he said, yeah, I wanted to pull the trigger that night, but we didn't have any challengers ready, and that's on me.
Yeah, I didn't get someone ready, so I felt like we should wait another month so I could get somebody ready.
I did a poor job, and in hindsight, we should have done the title change that night because, that was I'd have respect for that because that's taking some accountability and looking inward and knowing that you fucked it up.
Right, having some humility and understanding. Yeah, not realizing that you, like, now you're wondering, does he know that he fucked up? Like, does he, or is he lying? Is he just being dumb? Is he just being obtuse? Like, what is it?
And by the way, everyone knew in real time that he fucked up.
Yes.
There wasn't a single review of that show that wasn't, what the fuck is TNA doing? They missed a wide open layup. They stole the ball at midcourt, and they missed the dunk on the other end. This was so easy. Just have the guy win the title. Instead, it was another round of LOL TNA. And Tommy Dreamer produced a lot of those. He produced one 8 months later on the first night of TV on AMC, where they had another opportunity, and what was everyone's reaction the next day? LOL TNA. Same old TNA, fucking up again. What the fuck was that? One of the worst episodes of TV anybody's ever seen. No hyperbole. Of course, I mean, come on. And then you're making no friends along the way. I read the quotes last week of what people who don't work there anymore and people who do still had to say about him, and they weren't flattering.
It's not good. Yeah.
So, oh my God, Tom Dream.
That's
and that's setting aside all the other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, geez. You're pitching 1990s fucking spots from the ECW arena to young female wrestlers that were born in 2006. What are you doing? They don't want to be spanked, Tom. They don't want to do crotch grabbing spots. Right. Listen, no one was going backwards retroactively to cancel you for shit that was acceptable in 1995, but you can't be pitching that shit in fucking 2023. What are we doing, man? So, and yeah, they're not going to say anything while he holds like the third most powerful booking position in the country. What a mess. What a fucking mess. But listen, I mean, if anyone earned his way to unemployment, it was this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
His company stinks.
Yeah, it's not good.
What do we have no stars? And who's that on? It's your job to make stars, buddy. Mm-hmm. It's your job to make stars. You haven't made one. Not a single one. But keep giving airtime to Mr. Elegance or whatever the fucking creepy looking guy in the fucking.
I think it's just Mr. Elegance, yeah.
Yeah, keep giving airtime to that guy. Keep doing other Nemeth versus women in intergender comedy matches. Keep doing that. Keep doing young hot Briley versus whatever his name is, the other Nemeth. Yeah, keep doing Mr. Elegance. You keep doing all this goofy fucking shit. The show is terrible, and nobody's over.
Allie and Rosemary and the Undead Realm and all that shit. It's just terrible, yeah.
I mean, man, I wish I could pin that one on him. They've been doing that shit for 15 years.
That's true. Yeah, it's not him, but...
he kept it going, though, I guess.
He brought it back. He brought Allie back from the dead, literally from the dead.
She's not dead anymore. Yeah. Great. And he was behind the murder mystery thing a few years earlier, right? Wasn't it him that got murdered at one point? Didn't he get shot? Who got shot?
I forget who got shot. What?
How many
wrestling's so fucking stupid.
We had Mickey James thrown in front of a fucking train. Yeah. We'd have guys getting shot. We got
the LAX
Rosemary.
kid. Remember the kid got run over? The LAX kid got run over?
Eddie Kingston killed a little kid. We got the bunny dying in the undead realm. Wouldn't you just like to talk about, oh man, I wonder when Kobashi's going to get his big win over? No, we can't talk about that anymore.
We've had two discussions of people being brought back from the dead on this show alone.
This is what we have to do. This is what pro wrestling is now. Because of people like Tom Dream. And he thinks he's a fucking genius. He created a culture at TNA. Tom.
Your culture sucks, brother.
Tom, look around.
I created a culture. What culture?
He's like, they're going to regret it because I built a culture there. A culture of shit?
Yeah,
what is this?
Culture?
It's a terrible promotion.
I built a culture.
He said that. I'm not making that up.
Oh, God. Culture. Listen to this culture we're going to talk about here over the next 10 minutes. So Mike Santana, Nick Nemeth.
He's got Bully Ray out there running interference, challenging people to
blatant was
challenging
that?
people to fights he can't win just to try to get some of the heat off of him. That's the culture you built, brother. Josh Barnett is going to choke the life out of your friend now. Congratulations.
If Marina doesn't get at him first.
Yeah, if Mox or Marina don't get to him first. You know, it's funny. Like, Mox has nothing to say, and he never will, because why should he?
No, yeah, he's got much better things to deal with.
He might not even know, and if he knows, he doesn't care, right? But now Marina Shafir and Shayna Baszler and Josh
and
Barnett.
the War Master.
They all want to fucking choke this guy, the life out of this guy. And I'm here for it.
What a week.
Bully Ray. Oh, God, Bully Ray. Taking one for the team.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
He's going to go on Busted Open, too, and point at his temple on my... Whoa, that's heat. Yo, Josh Barnett. He's never been
He wants to make some money.
Right.
They'll book me and Josh Barnett.
He's never been as over as when he tweeted at me. That's the Josh Barnett. He wishes he could work. That's called heat. That's what this business,
Dave,
is all about.
I've been in this business, Dave. I've booked in this business, Dave. This is what it's all about. Yeah, it's
I hear you, Bully. I hear you,
Yeah.
Bully. You're right, Bully.
That show is so... I hate the accents on that show so much. Anytime I listen to it.
I feel a little seen, but okay.
Yeah, no, you're not as bad. Yeah, you're not as bad. Yeah.
It's more Jersey. I got the...
Right.
See, the Jersey accent's
But
cool.
see, it would be... Luckily, I have an annoying Chicago accent to go along with your annoying Jersey accent, whereas like two U's on the show would be awful.
You're absolutely right, Bully. You make good points.
They do the thing where they constantly say each other's names, and I'd really dislike that. Like, if every time I made a point, I said, Joe, listen, Lee Yingli and Zaya Brooks, you say, Rich, look, Rich.
Well,
I'm telling you.
You know what that is? When you overdo that, that's you trying to think of something to say.
Yeah.
When you overdo it like that. That's exactly what that is. I need to formulate a thought quickly. That's neither one of them knowing who the new Australian wrestler is in NXT when they're working the pre-show.
All-time segment, yeah.
All-time. If someone can provide me a video clip of that, because I think it's lost to Peacock or whatever, it's gone to the network or what. I want the video clip of Dave LaGreca and Bully Ray not knowing who the fuck she was and passing the hot potato back and forth to each other. That was an incredible clip.
That's so good, yeah.
You know who that was, Bully. Tell everybody about her.
I can't believe what we just saw, Bully. We all know who she is, and she's here in NXT now.
Tell us about her, Bully. Oh, Dave, I'll let you explain because she is... I know, Bully. You should have... they had no fucking idea.
Who it was.
They didn't have the first clue who she was. No clue.
All-timer. Bully, can you believe it, Bully? Dave, I can't believe it. I can't.
Yeah.
Dave, tell everybody about her, Dave, because I can't believe it. I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Bully, I don't even know where to start. I can't believe it. It's so good. I don't even know how they got out of it. I don't remember how they got out of it. So
Marina Shafir wants to kick his ass.
and good. And would.
And would. He's like 55.
Right.
He's like 55. Oh, God. And he's trying to book his own angle with Mox, because that's what that was.
Oh, of
course. It was to deflect from Tom Dream.
And then
he's trying to book his own
Moxley's
angle.
like, that sounds pretty good. Bring him in. Yeah. He's
Come on,
hoping.
Tone, bring him in. Bring him in, Tone. It's, listen, we could do Death Riders versus Aces and Eights. It'll be fun. You know? He's like, Bully's like calling up Garrett Bischoff. Like, stay by the phone. I got something cooking here. Have you been working out? Have you been training? Aces and eights. Do you still have the vest?
So Li Yingli is actually facing Xia Brookside. I didn't make that up. That's a TNA Knockouts world title match.
A real match,
so,
that's right.
Yeah.
Booked
They
by
used to be
Tom
friends,
Dream,
and now they're not anymore. So I can't wait to see how this ends. But
is this like Paul Heyman kind of sort of booking Ultra Clash 93 and that we have to give, what's this guy's name?
Eric Tompkins, yeah.
Maybe give Tompkins a little pass for this show because
Right.
Tom Dream booked the matches, right?
Right.
Like, this is like Eddie Gilbert laying out Ultra Clash, and then Heyman has to come in and clean up the mess when he quits on fucking the fuck's his name, Todd Gordon. You know, who will be Tompkins' public enemy? Because that's when Heyman brought in
Right.
the previously unbooked public enemy.
Well, maybe it'll be the
debut.
TBA in the international title match.
That's
Mustafa Ali
right.
versus TBA, which we think might be a former multi-time WWE champion, not that kind of WWE champion, just a champion of WWE multiple times. The name that's been making the rounds is the former Uha Nation as well as Apollo Crews, which would fit. He's like a 27-time 24/7 champion. So I think that might.
Listen, maybe it's Flyboy Rocco Rock himself, and we could just redo Ultra Clash 93 all over again.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Let me see. Okay. He is a one. Oh, it's perfect. He's a one. Didn't it say multiple time? He is a one-time Intercontinental Champion and a one-time United States Champion. He never won the 24/7 title. I always thought he was running around with those things, but no.
All right. Well, I guess we'll. Maybe it's the same guy coming to AAA. Maybe.
Well, they said that was a multi-time world champion. Right?
Yeah. Coming to Triple Mania.
Yeah.
Triple Mania.
Oh, coming to Triple Mania.
I don't know. He said coming to AAA soon. I would assume Triple Mania because why else would you bring in a big name like that?
Right.
You know.
Well, Mustafa Ali is going to defend that international title. Hey, did you know they're going to announce a brand new women's title on this show? The women's TV title.
Get the fuck. That's what the TNA's doing that?
Yes.
Do they need that?
No, they do.
That is
No.
Tompkins already justifying his job. He has to have ideas. So he's like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? Do we have a women's TV title? No, we don't have. Well, we'll do now. Call up the fucking
This women's
belt
roster
maker.
is so thin. Who is going to go for this title?
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
They have to give something to Elena Black, I guess. So
Maybe.
to justify her massive pay.
Massive salary
Right.
to mean nothing for anything.
Never.
God.
Maybe Mara Sade will win it.
Well, she's still busy feuding with other Nemeth. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Tasha Steeles with a Z. I can get the big win here, but
Wait, they're crowning a women's TV champion.
no, I
on
think
this
they're
show?
announcing it on this show. They're announcing it on this show.
Okay.
I'm sure Carlos will be there in the middle of the ring with his doofus hat. Yeah.
With the duffel bag with the belt in it, with the velvet bag, with the drawstring on
Yeah,
the side.
holding it above his head.
TNA, yeah. The prestigious title that no one will care about 10 minutes after they announce it.
We got a ladder match. This is incredible. A ladder in the ring. And there people are going to reach up and try to grab a title belt.
Well, you can't say it isn't well built.
No.
We've been doing Righteous and Hardys for a long time at this point.
And the system is also in this match for some Bear Bronson
Yes.
and Brian Myers. Yeah.
Yes, well, that's been the story. So Tom Dream just laid that one out
Yep.
to perfection, to peak at Slammiversary.
And the Hardys can continue their streak of only having good matches ever when there's a ladder involved. So
Don't call it a stupid match, though. You wouldn't want to do that.
no. The Elegance brand, Heather by Elegance and M by Elegance versus Allie and Rosemary for the Knockouts World Tag Team titles.
We're going to go into different realms here. Is that what we're
Oh,
going to do?
for
Is it going
sure.
to be
Yeah.
pre-taped and all this?
Yeah.
So, James Mitchell waiting by the phone to do another
Hoping. Come
Until
on.
Rem cameo.
Come on, call. Please.
Hey, Jim, how are you? Your eyebrows long again? Can you get them curled up by Sunday? Because we want to put you back in the undead realm, sir. So, it gets him a $500 payday every time they go to the undead realm. So good for him.
Mm-hmm.
He officiates weddings.
That's great. I'd love to get married by Father James Mitchell.
Yeah.
Does he do it like in a scary, like in a spooky way though?
Yeah, it just looks. I don't know, but I think
he looks the way he looks.
Think,
There's no way he could be like, all right, so Leviticus, like he's not doing Bible verses, right? There's no way.
I think when Rob McCarran was on his honeymoon like 10 years ago, he sent a picture of James Mitchell like in the background at the resort they were at marrying a couple. He's like, hey, look, I thought it was a joke, but it really was.
It was actually him.
He was marrying some couple in the background while he was sipping a pina colada with his new wife out of a coconut shell.
Yeah, of course.
Do they still serve pina coladas out of coconut shells?
Of course.
I'm not a drinker.
Yeah,
you can still get that.
Oh, yeah.
That feels like an 80s drink.
Nah,
they
you can still
serve
do
that.
It's classic, yeah. If you're in a resort, if you're in Punta Cana or something like that, of course you're getting a pina colada in a coconut. Yeah,
in a legitimate.
Emptied that's
out
living.
coconut.
That's living. Yeah,
not some hokey plastic deal, right?
No. If you're gonna do it big.
What's a dated drink that you can't really get anymore?
Like wine coolers are pretty dated. I think maybe like your classic like daiquiris. It feels like daiquiris are kind of out of favor.
Daiquiris are out. Daiquiris are out. Like a Bartles and James wine cooler. That's
the BJ's wine coolers are done. Yeah,
Bartles and James.
They had a huge rise.
Yeah.
In 1994, that lasted until 1997, and then it was out, and they're done. Yeah, nobody.
Do the Bartles and James boys still produce any kind of alcohol? Or
I'm sure they still produce them. I just don't think the sales are anywhere where they were. Like I grew up in every fridge in any house always had top shelf. There's some cheap domestic beer, and next to it a BJ's wine cooler sampler, and they look good, man. As a kid, you're like, damn, that looks good.
Man, I can't wait to drink.
Look how blue that is. That's got to be so good. Yeah.
Fuck, man, blue raspberry wine cooler. God, that looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as an adult, I had them, and I was like, oh, yuck. Good Lord.
Wine coolers
awful.
are bad.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, not very good. Yeah.
All right. Do people still drink Bloody Marys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, because now they do the Bloody Marys are still in, but you would be so annoyed by the way Bloody Marys are served. Every place you go to, it's all kitschy. So you get your Bloody Mary, and then there's like a fucking hamburger on it with 15 pieces of bacon, and a jalapeno popper, and an onion ring, and you're like, I just wanted a Bloody Mary.
Wait, what does that have to do with Bloody Mary?
No, it's some gimmick thing that they do with the Bloody Marys.
Just stick a stalk of celery in there and call it a day?
No. They have a whole stick, and it's got a hamburger, and it's got a fucking chicken wing on it, and it's.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
It's stupid. I
don't understand.
My dad used to just drink the Clamatos.
Yeah.
He just used to just take it down. He'd have a glass of fucking tomato juice. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, shit.
So salty and not very good.
What about apple martinis? Can you get
apple martinis? They're still in. Yeah, apple martinis are still in.
That's
yeah.
the thing. Okay.
The big thing is espresso martinis. That's all the rage these days with the elder millennials is espresso martinis. So. The kids just don't drink, so I don't know. There's nothing. The kids don't.
They don't drink. They don't fuck. They don't like punch down with their comedy. What good are these people?
I agree.
They're such boring people. Do something. Live a little. What do they do, Rich? They look like they're constantly just rolled out of bed and they just mope around and they fucking play Roblox. This is what they're doing. What do these people do?
They don't drink. They don't fuck. That's it. Yeah, I don't know what else you do. How do they get through the day? I don't even know how you get through the day if you're not drinking or fucking, but anyway.
They're just scrolling TikTok, right? Is that what they're doing?
Pretty much. They're the younger generation though. They're out and about. The generation below. There's a lost generation. That's whatever. They're gone. They're just done.
So that's the Zoomers. They're lost. No. What's below you? So what's the last one? The Zoomers or the Alphas?
I think the Zoomers are lost. Yeah.
They're just listless. I mean, what is their deal?
The ones below them, they're out and about. Like my neighborhood is just filled with kids of that.
They're doing shit.
And they're out and about all day. They're riding bikes all day. They all have dirt bikes for some fucking reason, and they're all doing lemonade stands. In my neighborhood, there are 7 different. I'm sure it's some TikTok trend or some shit like that. I swear to God, on any given day, there are 7 lemonade stands within like a mile radius of me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I appreciate
never
that.
trusted
I like
that. I never trusted that.
I never buy anything from that. I like that it happens. So.
I don't. Listen. I don't know. I don't need your country time lemonade out of your mother's dirty pitcher Yeah, no thanks.
A lot of them, what I've seen, they buy like the Simply lemonade and then they just pour it into like a glass.
That's what I mean. That's like the country time, like the mix,
right.
Country time lemonade. Like they're just buying I can't. I'm not into that.
And lemonade kind of stinks anyway. I'm not a big fan of lemonade either.
Well, the girl, you know what she does? She makes fucking what are those gimmicks that go around your? No, the thing it goes around your wrist. Fucking.
Oh, the beads.
The bracelets,
like the friendship bracelets, yeah. Friendship.
She makes like the rubber band bracelets with the gimmick, with the tool, like with the different colors, and she goes down to the park and sells them, and she comes home with like real money.
It's incredible, yeah.
She comes home
grind
with
culture, grind state. She's in a grind state. I love it. Yeah.
I'm like, how much you made? She's like, I made $18. I'm like, what?
That's real money for her age.
I'm like, per day? Like, I'm serious. She has this whole kit. And she makes these dopey bracelets or whatever, or wrist, whatever. And she does them in sports teams because she does like the Aggie colors, the A&M colors.
All right. She's thinking. All right.
Yeah, she has her little handwritten sign. It's adorable. She's like, $2 for the bracelet, $1 for, she makes keychains, all this shit. And she sits in the park with her little sign. And she comes home, I'm telling you, with double figures worth of money.
That's what I'm saying. So that generation is out there. They're out and about. Now they seem to just be economically driven, but that's all right. That's fine. Whatever.
I'm glad that she's economically driven.
Yeah.
It's, and she's got her own spending money when we like go on these trips and shit. And she enjoys that.
And then your son is the lost generation. Even though I know he's younger, but he represents the lost generation. He's just a dope.
He doesn't want to do shit.
He's a dope who just plays Roblox all day.
Roblox and fucking the Fortnite. That's it.
And then just talks in emotes.
He's like, He'll come out. He's like, how the Reds doing? I'm like, they're up 2-0. He'll be like, which skin are they wearing tonight? Like, uniforms are called skins.
I hate it.
What skin are they wearing? City Connects? I'm like, skins. He'll just be in his room. And I'll be like, I'll come up. I'll be like, it's time for lunch. He's like, can't. I'm like, why not? You don't want to eat? He's like, I'm grinding on Fortnite. Mom wouldn't buy me any V-Bucks. So he's got to grind.
Yeah.
So I'm grinding. I'm in the middle of a grind. I'm like, you're 8. What do you talk like this for? Like, what's wrong with you?
What's happening to you?
What is happening? Grinding for V-Bucks. Yeah.
I love the can't grinding.
Can't. No, can't. Not hungry. He's like, bring me a yogurt. I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah. So I don't know that other generation right above them though. I mean, what a bunch of fucking lames. They don't do anything.
Nah, they don't.
They all look like that Stardom wrestler who looks like she always rolled out of bed, too.
Mayu Iwatani.
Yeah.
Who is actually now a Marigold wrestler, but yes, I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah. It's like, put a little effort in. Jeez.
Yeah, this guy in the chat says, we just scroll Twitter and TikTok and complain about stuff. Yeah, that's...
pretty much. Woke scold everybody. Like, that's what they do.
A lot of dirt bike. The dirt bike gangs around my area, man. All of a sudden you'll hear like, and then like 15 kids come by on dirt bikes, or like e-bikes. It's like dirt bike, e-bike, and scooters, and they're like gangs that just drive around and they like.
Wait, these are like 12-year-olds?
Yeah. And then they're like holler. Then they're hollering at ladies too. I'll tell you that they drive by.
Are these things street legal?
Somehow yes, but I don't know why. Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah,
bizarre.
And then what's great is every like if you're on any like Facebook groups of your neighborhood or whatever, like people are like, shame on these kids' parents. Like, they should say something about it. I'm like, shut up. Just let them fucking drive around and be dumbasses. Who cares?
Yeah, come to think of it, the kid across the street, Duke, he's got like a...
well, of course, fucking Duke. Duke. God.
He's got a motorized go-kart deal that he zips up and down the street on.
These kids are motorized vehicle fiends.
Yeah, and he's only like 6. That's the thing. But he's got his little helmet and he's flying up and down the sidewalk. It's so I think I understand what you're saying. Though.
But you know what? That's fine. Yeah. I'd rather that. I'll take the dirt bike gangs over scroll on Twitter and TikTok and complain generation. So anyway, Slammiversary. Eddie Edwards versus Moose. What the fuck is the name of it? No, the system explodes here. Yeah.
Wait, Alicia's back with Eddie? I must have missed that episode of TV.
Yeah.
So she flipped back.
Yeah.
That's an uneven story if they fight.
It's not great. Elijah versus AJ Francis.
Brum. He's gonna play the guitar, right?
Yep. X Division, Ultimate X. It's not about weight limits. It's about no limits. Cedric Alexander, Amazing Red. They brought back Amazing Red. Frankie Kazarian, Fabian Eichner, Casey Navarro, Mr. Elegance, and Leon Slater. The state of this roster, man. And there's Leon Slater just there. Just one of a bunch of guys. To your point.
I think they're just waiting for him to leave now, though, right?
Yeah. But you've had 8 months where you could have done something with the guy. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, whatever.
Well,
And then Eric Young versus Ricky Sosa. So it'll just be like the Eric Young, Leon Slater match that I hated that you liked, where it's like it takes fucking Ricky Sosa 18 minutes to beat some old ass dude, and it's like, all right,
we're just
fine,
repeating
whatever.
that.
Yep.
And Eric Young worked with the influencer guy too. The what's that kid's name?
BDE or whatever.
BDE worked with him too.
Yeah.
Every time they have a potential young breakout,
they
stick them with Eric Young, and they do the same fucking story. That's Tom's dream, I guess. Just whatever.
Slammiversary.
Yeah.
There it is. Yep.
Get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Get into it.
All right, real quickly, this G1, and then we'll do All Japan. We're a little over time. But that's all right. We fucked around for 40 minutes. G1 Climax, Night 1, Chicago. We have our lineup for Chicago. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
You
know what? I don't even know it. So this
good.
is new to me.
Good. Saturday, July 11th, Now Arena, Hoffman Estates. We'll get to the tickets here in a minute. I will be there. I'll be live in the flesh. Konosuke Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji, a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom.
Konosuke Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji. All right.
Not bad.
All right.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
You want some Wrestle Kingdom matches? You get Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shota Umino.
Okay. All right.
Also a Wrestle Kingdom main event. Not one that I really needed to see recreated, but they ended up having a good match, I think, at the G1 last year.
Yeah.
All right. Yuya Uemura versus Callum Newman from the B Block.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, not bad.
Aaron Wolf, he's in the G1. He made it. He qualified.
He is.
He'll be facing Hanare, also a B Block match.
Ooh.
Could be good. Could be pretty good.
It's a real good test for Aaron Wolf.
Mm-hmm. The whole G1's going to be a great. I don't even think the guy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad they're doing it, and I'm hoping finally after this G1 we can put to bed the fact that he needs kid gloves and all this sort of stuff, and that he could just, because every time I see him, I'm like, this guy's fine. He's a good worker. I don't know why we're still pretending he needed 6 months of this shit, but whatever. Fine. Maybe we can just finally put it to bed after this G1 and move on. But all right. Also in the B Block, Ren Narita versus the winner of Oscar or Yujiro, which I'm guessing is going to be Oscar. I don't think Huge is going to go through.
I'm pulling for Huge. I am.
Tokyo Pimp. Maybe Peter could show up and inspire him to make it here to Chicago.
I don't need 9 Oscar matches in my life. I don't. Anyway.
All right. So that is your B Block. A Block, Hiroki Goto versus Sonata.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I get to watch Shingo Takagi again versus Jake Lee.
Oh, no.
So, yes, they've got Goto.
Worst case scenario.
They got Goto and Shingo, and they're facing Sonata and Jake Lee.
Why can't they just do Goto versus Shingo?
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I agree. No. Yuto Ice versus Great Okan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
And then Bolton Oleg versus either ELP or Rohei Oiwa. I'm imagining Rohei Oiwa will move on.
Rohei Oiwa, yeah, hopefully.
E L P.
I mean, nothing against ELP.
No, I like the guy, but I'm good. I'm good.
Oiwa's got to be in this thing.
Right.
I mean, I'd rather have ELP than Oscar, but I hope Oiwa is the one that goes through. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be a good show. There's no reason it can't.
Yeah, I wish they maximized Goto and Shingo a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Will Ospreay versus Lance Archer and the debut of Kenta and fucking but it's a different time.
I get Aaron Wolf and I get Konosuke Takeshita and Yota Tsuji. So
yeah,
I guess.
you get that live Aaron Wolf energy.
Yep. I'm sure they're going to be shaking the building for Aaron Wolf here.
He reveals the dad bod when he takes the T-shirt off. He's got them titties bouncing all over the place.
I kind of wish he was in better shape. Yeah, I do wish. I'm an Aaron Wolf defender, obviously, but I kind of wish the guy would,
tighten it up a little.
Bit. I mean, if Hiroshi Tanahashi was going to throw a hissy fit about Shota Umino in Rev Pro getting fat, can we throw a little hissy fit about Aaron Wolf?
Well, if Aaron Wolf shows a little more aggression, his body will work to his advantage.
Yes.
Then you don't mind having a thick boy, but he's not showing a lot of aggression. He's showing the aggression of like an accountant who's had a long day as opposed to the aggression of a professional fighter. So that's, and then when you have the energy of a 42-year-old accountant who has had a long day because it's tax season, and you have that body with the flappy titties, and you have that Lego man haircut, it's not the same as if he had the aggression of a professional fighter. Even with the same exact body, it's a total different energy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. A woman might want to fuck a guy that looks like that if he has the aggression of a fighter and he's a badass. And he's like choking people out.
Is a perfect example of a guy who had big old titties and it did not matter.
And he had the mutton chops and, he was still out there getting it done. But if a 42-year-old exasperated accountant has that body and that haircut, no woman wants to climb that mountain. Do you see what I'm saying? Those are the differences here between the two. As a very puzzled TLB just looks at me like, what are they talking about?
What is that?
This is a wrestling podcast?
Pro wrestling podcast, yeah.
What is happening? So, anyway, so he can have that. My point is he can get away with that physique. He's just got to show some aggression.
Yeah, maybe he'll do it here. Probably not. All right, plenty of great seats available, though, for the show because in a public update 2 days ago, WrestleTix announced that the tickets distributed number was 3,328 with a setup of 7,813. So they originally put the whole building up for sale, slimmed that down to about 7,000 tickets. 2 days ago, they had 3,328 out. Now, I'm on the WrestleTix Platinum Tracker, so I was going to see, okay, after they... because that updates every 20 minutes as opposed to getting updates whenever they want to publish it. So I'm like, all right, after the announcement of the lineup, let's see how tickets are looking now. And much to my surprise, it said 5,091 tickets distributed for this G1 show in Chicago. That didn't seem right to me. So I messaged WrestleTix and I said, that doesn't seem right to me. Did this lineup sell 2,000 tickets? And if so, put Aaron Wolf in the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame, put Takeshita and Yotsusuda. Like, that is a monumental amount of people that were just waiting for this lineup to be announced. But then a couple of people looked at it. Chris Sampson looked at it and looked at the Ticketmaster map going on. And it looked like what happened is that instead they just killed the entire upper deck. They were going to sell the upper deck. They killed that. They killed a bunch of different sections. They're keeping everything up around the ringside area. And that was just a glitch on WrestleTix because I messaged them and I said, this doesn't seem right. And I got this back from WrestleTix. Quote, "Thank you for reaching out. You were exactly right. They removed all upper tiers and the configuration / setup in my spreadsheet. Has to be updated. I will do that now and schedule to have it out for the 3 p.m. Eastern update. Thanks again for the heads up." So they did get that up. And the new number, is actually down from what it was before. So
no.
I cost them tickets. Yeah, the new number is 3,215 people in the building.
What do you make of that number?
It's a terrible number. I mean, they're
got to
flying
get for you to not be a terrible number.
Well, here's the thing. To rent this building, nothing else happens in this building. This building is a worthless arena. It doesn't need to exist. I'm sure it costs absolutely nothing to run this building. The problem is you're flying everybody in here.
Yeah.
You're flying Takeshita, or Takeshita might be here.
No, he'll be here.
You're flying Tsuji in. You're flying Goto in. You're flying Sonata in. You're flying Shingo in. You're flying Jake Lee in. You're flying Yuto Ice in. Great Okai. Like, there's all these dudes are getting flown in to be here for this show. That's where the money is coming in. Like the building itself, I don't know how much it is.
Don't forget the lodging.
Got to put these people up in a swanky hotel. Yeah,
lodging.
Transportation to get them from O'Hare to Hoffman Estates.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not that far, but still, you got to get them all in there.
You just get Barrett Brown to drive everybody around again, right? You
rent an Astro van, have Barrett Brown in an Astro van, get everybody there. But I'm sure there's some production setup.
That joke's going to pop a very few people.
This
the ones
pop,
that it pops are going to pop very, very hard.
Right.
Anyway.
But yeah, there's a lot of costs, production costs, all the other things that are going into it. So yeah, that's where I like, you can't be happy with 3,000. I mean, they put this whole building up for sale for this G1 show, figuring that it was going to do pretty well. And yeah, now they've removed the upper deck. They've removed a lot of other. Let me see what the current. I didn't look at what the current setup is for this. Like how many tickets are actually available anymore. But yeah, it's bad. I mean, they took the entire upper deck away. They took a bunch of other sections away. They just keep reducing the amount of tickets that are for sale, and things are not moving very well. So no, it's a bad number. It's a bad number.
Got some time.
Sorta.
Well, listen. When the New Japan Street team hits Halstead Street and gets out to Comiskey and all the and they start
the Chicago Stadium,
handing out those flyers for then business could pick up. Maybe they can make a deal with Al Capone's little outfit out there, and maybe he can help
things
out.
Moving around Cicero, get those.
That's
things
right.
around for Cicero, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, the Chicago outfit can help out with some of this too. So
get the Daily Machine working too. Yeah, you could really get things going.
Yeah. Go down to that river that's painted green on St. Patrick's Day and start getting things done. So
yeah,
I don't know, they got some time.
Yeah, they do. I think it speaks to just the state of New Japan right now. So yeah, it was a bit of a miss here, I think. Too. I mean, I'm glad I get to see a G1 show live, but you probably want to get more than 3,300 people in the building for a G1 show.
You guys got the suite working? You got the suite working?
Oh yeah.
I think they have some like fajitas or something up there. What do you got?
No, the Now Arena amenities are pretty low. There's no. You get a package of water and so they give you like the 30 pack of
right.
Think of the worst water, like the worst bottled water you could think of. Like
down here, it's called Ozarka water. I don't know
whatever the equivalent of that would be. That's they give you that, and then they give you a 12 pack of warm Coca-Cola.
Okay, how you know it's going to be warm?
It always has been. It hasn't been cold yet. So
I'm sorry, sweet boy. I didn't realize that you were rocking
done a couple sweets. Yeah,
Now Arena.
Yeah.
No fajitas. No build your own taco.
No dessert cart. No dessert cart comes and you get to make your own sundae. No, they don't do any of that shit. You get a special entrance and that's about it. So
not even like a basket full of like mini Lay's potato chips bags or something.
Nope.
You know what I'm talking about too. The basket.
Yeah, the mini Lay's. You open the bag and you get 6 Lay's. You're like, well, that was unfulfilling.
Yeah. And everyone takes the Cool Ranch Dorito immediately, and you're stuck with the plain Lay's, or worse yet, the Frito corn chips. The Fritos.
Corn chips,
always the last thing left is the Fritos.
Well, and then you open up the one thing, and it's these like lukewarm sliders. You're like,
I would take that. I mean, I thought they'd be feeding you something like a build your own little nacho setup with the nacho cheese and
at the Now Arena. No, nothing happens.
I'm very surprised. What do you even? I mean, come on, for your money, paying.
You get to get away from the Gen Pop, which is well worth it.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, and you get your own entrance. So
yeah,
like to the building, and the security's pretty lax on that entrance. So if you want to bring something in, you can sneak some stuff in there. So
what are you sneaking in? What do you?
Alcohol.
I mean, what do you even?
Alcohol.
Well, they don't want you bringing that in?
No, you're not allowed to bring your own alcohol to an arena. You kidding?
I don't know. I don't drink. I've never bought or tried. Or
they frown on that.
And they want you to go buy their alcohol.
Yeah, right.
Right.
But I'm making some use out of that lukewarm Coca-Cola.
Right, for sure. A little bit of rum. You got your little flask.
Yeah.
And you're making some rum and Coke, right?
Got some shooters. Got some airport shooters.
Listen to you. I don't know if that's good for your shin splints.
No, they're fine. Oh, don't worry about my shin splints. They're good.
Okay, well, listen.
How's your territory doing? How's your fucking territory doing? I'm talking about my feet.
I'm saying I'm concerned because I don't want to stand between a man and his Zima. I
get those Jolly Ranchers and some Zimas. Let's go.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Sounds good.
All right, so that's G1. Let's finally get to this All Japan. We should just start off with All Japan. I love this show, and now we're doing it 3 hours and 11 minutes into this show. But
with no energy.
With zero energy. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Everyone's left. I think USA and Turkey are playing right now, so no one's listening.
That's
anymore.
over.
Oh, it's already over. Oh, my God. We've outlived. How did it go for USA?
Turkey, it was 2-2, and Turkey, Rich. It's Turkey now.
Correct.
Bullshit. It's Turkey, and it always will be. Turkey, they scored in the extra time after it appeared the extra time had expired because soccer
I don't
is a
like
work.
the extra time. It's
such a work. It is such a work. It's one guy knows how much time is left.
Yeah, this is
it's
ridiculous.
real fishy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Like, do that in any other sport. Imagine in
yeah.
baseball, he's like, I have an idea of how many outs are left, but I'm not going to tell anybody.
Only
it's like,
one
all right.
guy knows how many outs. No, like Josh Allen is on a game-winning drive and the clock hits 0, but one of the referees knows that there's how many seconds are left.
Yeah, he's like, actually,
no one
there
else
was a
knows.
substitution earlier in the day, earlier in the game, and I've determined there's 8 extra minutes on this game. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, like how much time is left? Well, I can't tell you exactly. You're going to have to estimate that and run your plays based on the estimate that only I. What is this? Just fix
The clock's the clock. The clock is the clock.
The clock is the clock.
Just pause the clock if you must, right?
Yeah, slap pause on the fucking clock and then end the game at 90 minutes. This is so easy to
Don't
fix.
like it. Yeah.
And you can't trust it.
Yeah, imagine
How
an
can you trust
NBA
it?
game. Yeah, you hit a shot as time expires, and the referee, go to Scott
then there's a
Foster,
little
who
plus
goes,
2 next to
actually,
it.
no, there's 3 more minutes left. And you're like, okay.
But it's not even. It's
Right.
an estimated 3 minutes.
I think there's 3 more minutes left on the clock. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an estimated 3 minutes, and then they just end it discriminately when they feel like.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah, so Tyrese Halliburton's dribbling the ball, and then it just goes, "Mrrr." And it's like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's over. Yeah. What? I thought I had another possession.
Ridiculous.
No. No.
Very stupid. It's just nonsense how they do this.
And people accept it. I don't understand why they accept it. But
I don't know. It's the footy, and who are you to say that they should do it different since they've been doing it this way since forever, I guess. I don't know. Clock counting upwards instead of downwards. I don't know what the fuck is
that's
going on.
okay. If you want to do that, that's fine. But
But
yeah,
at least I gotta know what's left. You gotta know how much time is left. It's ridiculous. Now you did a little hydration break, and they still won't stop the fucking clock. They still won't stop the clock for the hydration break. Back to a real sport, All Japan Pro Wrestling.
All Japan, yeah.
Yeah, so this was a really good show. We'll start with the main event while our power bars still have a little bit remaining. The Kento Miyahara defeats Hideki Suzuki. I loved the match. It did not overstay its welcome at all. It went 17 minutes and 8 seconds. Hideki Suzuki worked this the same way that he worked Champion Carnival, the same way he's been working all year. Just beating the shit out of the midsection of Kento Miyahara.
He got that move over so much. I mean, when he is in the ground, when he's got he's got him like down on the mat, and the crowd is going nuts for it as he's just pounding on the fucking ribs over and over. Like, imagine getting that over. Cork and Hall is losing their minds because you're elbowing somebody in the ribs. It's awesome.
Like in the stomach, the literal stomach. It's the one move he can leave in the chamber, though, is that terrible pedigree that he does. That's
he does a really bad one. Yeah.
And the announcer, pedigrio. No, it's terrible, that pedigree. Leave that one in the chamber.
That pedigrio is no good.
It's no good, very ugly looking, but everything else he does looks very fierce. And, he hit the double underhook for a near fall. What did you think of when he hit the second double underhook and Kento no-sold it and popped up and drove the knee into his face? And then they did like the double down.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, a lot of people hate that kind of spot.
I love that spot.
I love that spot because it's not a no-sell. It's like, to me, I see it as just the last burst of energy you have, desperation, and then they did do the double down after that. It's not like he just,
as long as you do the double down is fine with me. As long as you hit that move and then that's like, oh, okay, that's all I have. I'm fine with that because that's like your last gasp of adrenaline.
Right.
So I'm okay with that. Yeah, a lot of people dislike that. I don't.
And then he worked for the Straight Jacket German, eventually got it, and then once he hits that, it's over.
It's done. Yeah.
So, Hideki Suzuki stays down. Again, they didn't overstay their welcome. This wasn't one of their 35-minute Miyahara matches that feel like 17. It was just a 17-minute match, which was a little bit different for a Kento Miyahara Triple Crown match. But I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was, one of the more interesting matches that I've seen in the last couple weeks. I really
and it wasn't like the style of Kento. Like, everybody always says, like, oh, Kento Miyahara is the same match. This wasn't that. Like, this wasn't. I mean,
definitely wasn't.
This wasn't a match where he teased the Straight Jacket German all. And then it's like the last 5 minutes is him just trying to put it on. It was like he was just trying to survive. And then he was just trying to lock it on as quickly as he could and hit it because he knew I don't know if I could survive much longer with this guy. He's got a very targeted approach and he's got all the momentum. So I just got to hit this German and that's my only window to win. And that's what he did. But it wasn't like because Kento, and he's done a little too much this year because I haven't loved a lot of the Kento stuff this year. He's done a little too much of like for the last 10 minutes of the match, I'm going to put him in the straitjacket and I'm going to go, I'm going to try to get him over. Oh, I can't do it. He's just too powerful. Like that's what he does against all the big guys. And he's had a lot of those big guy matches this year. This wasn't that though. This was Hideki kind of controlling the match and then Kento just kind of getting out. You know, he almost feels like he's lucky to have survived this match, which I think is a good match style because I think you want to establish that Hideki Suzuki is a player.
Yeah, this was definitely not the when people complain it's the samey kind of match, and it wasn't that. So, the other thing, hot crowd all night for this show. 1,500 over 1,500 in Corkin compared to that Noah Tag League final, which did like 1,000, barely 1,000 fans. So All Japan is they're having a nice little year, and now to outdraw a Noah show in Corkin when Noah was kind of owning Corkin for a year and a half there. Now, look, it's a Champion Carnival match versus a Tag League final that features the Good Brothers. I understand that. But you put on what you put on in the building. And I still think that's kind of a win for them to outdraw Noah in that little short period of time there and have such a hot crowd for it, too, and have such a good show. This was a really good show.
I love this show.
So I think that All Japan for me, I was thinking about this earlier today. I'm not really a huge fan of pro wrestling this year, but I think about which promotions I've enjoyed the most. And I think All Japan might be number 2. I think they might be number 2 in terms of promotions I've enjoyed watching the most. And there's only 4 promotions that I have whittled down that I can say with honesty, I've enjoyed watching this promotion. And that's AEW, All Japan, Osaka Pro, and 0-1. I can't throw any, unless I'm forgetting someone, I can't throw another promotion in there and say with confidence I have enjoyed watching this promotion this year. I can't say it about CMLL this year. It's just nothing happening in CMLL. I don't hate the shows, but I'm
very
never
dry.
excited.
Yeah, very dry.
Yeah, I'm never like, oh shit, it's Friday. I don't feel like that. Like I have over the last few years at times. AAA is just way too inconsistent, and some of the stuff hasn't landed with me at all. Too many WWE fingerprints all over it. MLW is just, I don't. Would I be watching that if not for what we do here? Probably not.
No, it's goofy bullshit.
It's so there's really only 4 promotions for me that I think I've genuinely enjoyed watching, and my point here is All Japan is one of them.
Yeah,
and it might be number 2 because I really thought the Carnival was a shit ton of fun. I enjoyed covering that. I looked forward to watching those shows every day, and then this Corkin really was very enjoyable.
No, the turnaround's been great. I mean, this was a company last year where I dreaded watching All Japan. Like, we would cover the big Triple Crown matches. We would cover the big All Japan shows. And I remember being like, fuck. Like, it was like one of the last shows I would watch on a week when we had to cover it or we were going to cover it. And I was just like, fuck, I don't really want to watch this. And a lot of times I'm just watching this promotion. My eyes are just glazing over. This year I've been excited as hell to watch it. The turnaround has been great. I think that there's a real palpable energy around All Japan right now, and you see it from this Corkin crowd. You see it from everybody in the roster. It's a fun show and a fun promotion right now. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite promotions to watch so far this year.
Yeah. So the rest of this show, we don't have to go match by match. Let's just talk about it. I was very happy to see Dan Tamura win the junior title. I love that guy.
That match ruled. That is a great. I am honestly. Yeah. I'm going to say, everybody listen to this. You have to go and watch that match.
Yeah, we'll
Dan
talk about
Tamura over its Tachibana. It is. They had no right to have as good of a match as they did. They got 21 minutes, second match from the bottom for this World Junior Heavyweight title, a title that doesn't mean that much to anybody. But these fuckers went out there, and I'll give All Japan a lot of credit for just letting these guys go out here and work. And god damn, did they work hard. A lot of, big kickouts. You got dueling kickout at ones. Like, this was a really, really good. I'm watching, because I expected this to be like 11 minutes, and, I expected Dan Tamura to win, but I figured it would be like an 11-minute match, and Dan Tamura just kind of wins, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. They got this Korakuen Hall rocking, man. They were just kicking out and throwing bombs, and this felt like a tribute match to that great era, and Tachibana and Dan Tamura aren't like your Okabayashis and Joe Dorings, who we talked about a little bit earlier, and Suwama when he was in his prime or whatever. But it kind of had that feel of like these guys just going out here and throwing bombs and kicking out at the right time and just getting this crowd rocking here. And I love it. And Dan Tamura getting the win felt good. It felt like a real feel good moment. This crowd really embraced him. Tachibana after the match, extending the hand. The better man won. It was like, yeah, man, this is all I really want out of wrestling. 21 minutes, two fucking dudes just go in there and they grapple their asses off and throw bombs at each other, and then when it's over, it's like, all right, yeah, you won, you fucker. Here's, extend the hand. Here's the title. You earned it. So, yeah, I don't know. It was really...
Yeah. He handed him the belt and everything.
Right.
Yeah. And Tachibana is kind of like a shithead.
Right.
He came into 0-1 a couple days earlier, and on the opening night of Fire Festival was a real shithead in one of the opening tags. He's got that shithead energy, that ugly grin.
Yeah, he looks like a shithead too.
Yeah. And but Dan Tamura, he meets my current sensibilities of what I want in pro wrestling. He's just a no-nonsense guy, black tights, doesn't care what his hair looks like. He's not out there with like purple highlights in his hair and getting some dopey haircut. No, he's just, look, here I'm a beefy boy in black tights who doesn't care about my appearance, and I'm here to beat people up. And I never smile. I haven't smiled since I was 7 years old. And that's what I want in my wrestling right now. I enjoy the hell out of watching him, and I'm glad that they put this title on him. And I'm looking forward to watching some of his title defenses. So, yeah, that was a really good match.
I got some breaking news for you, Joe. We have a countdown to Slammiversary match.
Oh!
Which might be one of the worst matches you could ever
Tom
create.
Dream is back.
He might be. All right, here's the match. You ready?
Yeah.
Countdown to Slammiversary.
Yes.
Marasade versus Indy Hartwell versus Elena Black.
All right, if you were trying on purpose to book the worst match you can with the TNA roster, that would be it.
You couldn't do worse.
You can't book a worse match. All three of those people fucking stink at pro wrestling.
The blind leading the blind, leading the blind.
Yes, and we're putting them in one match. And that is meant to entice you to
purchase this show.
To catch some FOMO. Oh, I need more of this in my life.
Yeah.
I can't miss what's coming up on the actual pay-per-view. That is the shits.
Ugh, yuck.
I mean, that is the definition of the shits.
It's going to be on at like 1 p.m.
is
too.
2 stars.
It's going to be on
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking your Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. You're going to sit down and that's what you're going to watch on Countdown to Slammiversary.
Could you fucking imagine? Brutal.
All right, let's get to this rest of this show, which was not brutal.
So, Titans of Calamity, Daisuke Sekimoto, Kengo Mishimo, they defeat the Saitos, Kuma Arashi, and Ryuki Honda. But that's the news here is it appears as though Kengo Mishimo and Sekimoto are going to challenge the Saitos for the tag titles. That looked like what came out of this.
That's what I figured. Yeah, unfortunately, without speaking Japanese, I don't know exactly. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it sure seemed like that's what was going on.
There was a lot of pointing and looking, and yeah, that's where I got as well.
Yeah. So we move away from Titans of Calamity for a little bit in the tag title. Get a new challengers in there. And that'll work for me. Silas Mason, NWA. I got a little nostalgia watching the NWA World Title being defended in Japan.
Yeah. At Billy playing, blaring through the Korakuen Hall speakers.
Yes,
little smashing pumpkins.
Yeah, and listen, Silas Mason don't work by the hour, and he put away Shotaro Ishino in short order. So, look, I prefer the Terry Gordy Silas Mason to the I'm ripped and go to the gym and I eat brown rice and chicken breast Silas Mason. He just loses some aura.
Yeah, I like him a little fat.
Now, good for him for getting in shape. He'll probably live a few months longer, but I don't know. He was a more interesting worker when he looked like Terry Gordy. So from that standpoint, there's nothing wrong with the match. Very short. Felt like they were really trying to establish something with him, like he'll be back. Otherwise, I don't think he would have just essentially squashed Ashino.
Yeah,
right?
Shino's at least mildly protected in this company. So yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting that he beat him as quickly as he did. So yeah, I have to think that this is an ongoing relationship thing. But maybe we're wrong, and this is the one and only time they show up. Who knows? But
we need Bruce Tharpe in this corner is what we need. That's what we need.
They needed a little, yeah. At Billy's got to show up in Korakuen.
Maybe, yeah, one of his jumpsuits,
yeah,
and his Zero T-shirt. That's what we need.
Yes,
that's what we need. Yes,
that's heat, brother. That's heat. Yeah.
Yes. Go Shiozaki and Yuma Anzai defeat Suwama and what was it? What did the Fightful article call him that time when he was announced?
God, what was it?
They used a translated name. It was Suwama Su or something.
Yeah, something dumb, and then it got aggregated all over the place. Yeah.
I can't remember it. I wanted to use it for the bit, but I can't remember now, and I blew the joke. But anyway, Suwama and Yuma Aoyagi lose to Go Shiozaki. Just good, solid professional wrestling is what you have right here.
Dude, this
potatoes, baby.
Suwama throwing turning the clock back a little bit. There was a spot where he gets in the ring there, and I think he got a hot tag, and he knocks Go Shiozaki down, and he knocks Yuma Anzai down, and he knocks Go Shiozaki down again, then he throws Yuma Anzai out of the ring, then he throws Go Shiozaki out of the ring, and then he turns to the crowd, and he goes, ah, and the crowd's like, yeah, and I was like, oh my God, Suwama's back. This is great, because this guy was just loafing for like years. Like I wanted nothing to do with this guy ever again, because I just thought he was just low effort, and he look, he just hated All Japan. He just thought it sucked. Pop and light. He was sick of it.
Light and pop.
But this
it's not light and pop anymore. They've stopped with the fucking shenanigans.
Yes, it's gone. It's completely gone.
It's gone. The shenanigans are gone. All Japan is back, baby.
It is, yeah. And this tag almost more than anything represented to me that All Japan is back, because it was just like, it's all these dudes and all these guys are kind of in the mix or whatever, and then they just went out there and fucking for 17 minutes they just fucking grappled. They just wrestled. And you see, like, God, the difference of this company with Go Shiozaki and a motivated Go Shiozaki in here has totally transformed the company's working standard. Because it feels that one guy, having that one more guy, it just makes it such a bigger deal.
Yeah, it helps so much. No more jokey. No guys wearing horse masks into the ring and goofing around. It's fucking, the light and pop is gone. It's gone. We're told it was Masua. Masua. Two words. Masua. So there you go. And then the All Asia tag. We got the title change. The Dragon Gate guys. They've been such good little shits in this, and they were
so good here.
God, they were good here. Holy God! And I knew they were going to lose, and I didn't want them to. I was like, I need more of this shit. I need more of these guys shitting it up with their shit-eating grins on their faces when they're using, like, whatever that weapon was, that steel fucking aluminum board or whatever. Yanking the referee out of the ring, which is a spot I usually hate, but with these guys, I like it. And they that energy, that outsider shithead energy that they had been bringing to All Japan, we knew we were going to lose here, and the thing had played out its course or whatever. But it was a good match, and
it was great.
I'm sad to see Ishin and Yoshiki Kato go as the All Asia Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see if they could hang around a little bit longer, because they work here, and they work in Dragon Gate too. These guys are great in Dragon Gate, and I've seen Ishin live a bunch of times, and I enjoy him live as well. But yeah, it was here where you really, like you said, that outsider energy really works. And this crowd, I mean, they were so pissed when these guys were just shit, because these guys are just, when you have one group and two guys junking it up, that's okay. Like, there's this thing that you and I, because we don't like this, we don't like that, it's like universal. No. I don't like the House of Torture because there's 5 House of Torture matches, and they do the same thing for 6 years straight. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. I'm not saying I can't accept heels in wrestling. I don't like heels in Japanese wrestling. No, it could, if done well and if done sparingly, it can be great. The original Bullet Club was great because it was like, these fucking assholes, they're cheating. You can't cheat. This is New Japan Pro Wrestling. You can't cheat. That was the whole heat. Why are these guys cheating? They can't do that. The problem is when you do it on every show 4 times a show for a decade, I don't fucking care anymore. And these guys on this show that was pretty clean otherwise, these guys pulling referees out, using weapons, distracting things, just being total shitbags the entire time, had this crowd fucking could not wait for these guys to lose, and then you give them that moment where they lose, and your homegrown guys beat them and hold the titles above their heads. Like, that's great. That's good shit. That's Pro Wrestling 101. So yeah, I want to stay. It's not a universal thing that I universally hate this or I universally hate that. No, it's always case by case, and it really has to do with how often do you do something. I think almost everything in moderation in wrestling is fine.
Team 2000X doing it all across the entire card, you get tired of it.
Right.
And then when it's every show on top of that, and then when it's the main event and it's built around the world title, you're just enough, you know? And the only time you dealt with anything like this on this show was these two guys. And this is their whole deal. And they were trying to weasel their way into keeping these belts, and they fucking lost to the hometown team. And now, you know, the belts are back on All Japan Wrestlers. So yeah, really fun show. They drew a nice crowd. You know, there really wasn't anything on the show that I disliked. The whole thing was enjoyable, and you know, it's they didn't have a challenger come out for Kento. So I don't know what direction or if they've announced anything, because this show was a while ago now.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding, because I watched today and I didn't want to be spoiled. So I have been avoiding All Japan news. So I don't know if he has a challenger at the moment yet.
Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it as well. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head.
So nobody came out. There's no one obvious that they set up on the undercard. I don't know if their next big show lineup is probably out there somewhere.
Their website usually does a pretty good job of getting the lineups up.
So, it's Rena Yabe? I'm not interested in that.
No, I don't want that at all.
I think it might be Rena Yabe.
No. Maybe All Japan does suck. No, yeah, I'm not interested in that.
And I think the next junior match is Naruki Doi versus Dan Tamura.
Now that I'm into.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome. I would like to put Dan Tamura on a scale to see the level of junior that he is. But
all right, so month from today, that's 725. Summer Action Series.
Okay.
Those I see match graphics anyway.
Yeah.
So,
yep, that's it. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Rena Yabe and Naruki Doi, and I assume Kengo Mishimo and Sakamoto will get a tag title shot. Maybe not on that show, maybe on a Korakuen. I don't know.
Okay, so I found exactly the one you're talking about. Korakuen Hall, the 19th, July 19th. That's going to be Saito versus Sakamoto and Kengo Mishimo.
Main event, right?
Yes, and then you're also going to have All Asia Tag Team Aoyagi and Hayato versus Yuma Anzai and Shota Kafuji. That sounds good too.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good match. That's a good match.
Yeah. Yeah, that is good. They are not afraid at all of main eventing Korakuen with the Saitos. They're like,
oh no, quite the opposite. Yeah,
main event.
They don't care. Yeah, because
they main event all the time with them. So where is this show on 725? Let's see if we can.
That's at Sambo Hall, I believe. It's okay. Kobe, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Kobe Sambo Hall.
All right, that makes sense. Listen, they're having a good year. I'll be on top of both of those shows. So
yeah, we'll cover them on the show here.
Yeah.
All right, and that is it. Almost 4 hours. Jesus Christ. All right. We'll be back Sunday. It'll be here before you know it. We'll be back Sunday with Instant Reaction Live after Forbidden Door. So make sure you subscribe or upgrade to the $10 tier if you are listening on either the free tier, if you're on the free flagship Patreon tier. Make sure you get on the $10 tier. If you're on the $5 tier, again, you want to get on that $10 tier because the live show as well as the audio replay of Instant Reaction Live for Forbidden Door will be exclusively on that $10 tier at flagshippatreon.com. So you definitely want to upgrade and do that. voicesofwrestling.com/discord. Should note there, if you want to join the conversation, you can do so there, voicesofwrestling.com/discord. And of course, voicesofwrestling.com for previews, reviews, columns of all the things we've been talking about and much more. So that is it for us. That is Joe. I'm Rich. Talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.
Hello, Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network listeners. I am Jeff Hawkins, co-host of Shake Them Ropes, with a very special announcement. If it's been a while or you've never listened to us before, the original gang is back. Myself and Rob McCarran, back talking wrestling. We have no idea where this show's going to go, where we're going to keep any of the old bits or any of the old things in there. It's going to be a process. It's going to be a journey, and we'd like for you to come along with us. Only on Shake Them Ropes on the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network.